going on, guys? Welcome to the stream, man. How we doing? Hope you've had a good weekend. Got the sniffles, boys, man. I got the lurgy. I think I've come down with a fucking lurgy, or it's hay fever. But we are back. We're going to play some Arknights. So continuing chapter 13 because, like, I've been really enjoying it so far. So last stream, brilliant. Where we got to in chapter 13, actually really enjoyed it. So looking forward to continuing that. We're going to play some Limbus tomorrow as well. I jumped on earlier because it's like it's been a hot minute, right? We did like Canto 1, right? Or most of it, I think, anyway. And I was like, we got to play the game. I'm still obviously early on, so my knowledge is lacking anyway. But I just quickly jumped on a couple of the stages to be like, okay, all right, okay, that's how the coin flips work. You know, the actual basics, if you will. Still obviously got to learn a little bit and start to really get things more. I think I've dusted off the dust, if you will, with Limbus. So yeah, tomorrow we get back into Limbus actually, and we need some good videos, not mega long 2-hour videos, but some good Limbus videos, guys. I need you to hit me with the reaction videos for Limbus because we're going to be checking out some of those also. Whether they do those tomorrow, I don't know, or at some point in the week. But I wanna start learning a little bit more about Limbus Company as well, because we've been saying for a while we're gonna do it. We did a little bit, but I do want to start getting that locked in as well now. We've got a little bit of time at the moment because we've got a couple of days for 1.2, and then obviously we'll have 1.2 to 1.3 to bash out more Arknights and more Limbus as well. But how we doing, guys? How we doing? Now he's pulling out the Persona 4 music. Yeah, man. We're hitting all the Persona shit at the minute. But welcome to the stream, y'all. Flicks, what's going on? Welcome, Baku. Welcome, Vast. Welcome, Ken. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now, guys. If you haven't already, drop a like on the stream as well. It's very much appreciated. It helps out a lot as well. We're going to try and be a bit more consistent now this week with the streams as well. We've got to lock back in as well this week with training. Slacked off. Last week's been a bit of a holiday week with me. Was going to lock in machines, but I'm not going to lie. It was just kind of nice to just have a bit more chill time. So I enjoyed that, but we're locking in. We've got streams to do. We've got content to get through in these. We've got 13 to do, then we've got Babble to do. We've got some other bits and pieces, 14, and then, you know, I think we can start to actually start closing the gap on the up-to-date content, at least in MSQ with Arknights. And then if we could do that, then we can really start knocking off all of the other side stories and stuff, you know what I mean? Well, we've got plenty more time. I'll give you a 1-hour video. On a side note, go on Baldy's Guy only takes 2 minutes to shower and dry. Limbus is okay, but sad that it would delay further Arknights. Ibix seems like Tottenham might get relegated. Oh no, they're losing, yeah, and they're 2 points adrift in the relegation zone now. I just saw, literally just said to Rosie, because I think Tottenham might actually get relegated, which is insane. Actually crazy, but man, they've been shocking. Like, last year was at United's lowest ever finish, right? Like, most diabolical season we've ever had. Like, the season before that was the most diabolical one, and then that was. But Tottenham, like, finished just below us. Their season hasn't improved. Like, ours has just flipped 180, almost. Went on, like, 10 wins out of 11 games. Like, started actually getting goals away, playing good football. And, yeah, it's crazy to see. Actually crazy to see. Great for us as well. Villa drew today. So we've just got to win our game in hand, and we're 3 points ahead of them. 6 points ahead of Liverpool, and if Chelsea lose today, we'll be 10 points in front of Chelsea as well. So could end up being a good weekend for us, depending on obviously less so important what happens with Chelsea, but yeah, Arsenal choked as well, didn't they, yesterday? I lost, so yeah. I revised the list. Yes, I think I took a screenshot of that actually, Ken. I took a screenshot of that list, so I can you guys can hit me up anyway. Re-up my memory on it anyway, you know what I mean? We're definitely doing the Abyssal Arc and Laterano Arc while we wait for Mass's travels. Yeah, man. Yeah. Is an Abyssal Arc, Laterano Arc, are all the canonical way to to read everything. Although not that necessary to the main story. Yeah, like, that's what I say. We'll start tagging the main things, and then, you know, we'll start to catch. Because, like, well, I know it took us a while, but we are at chapter 13 now. Where's the game up to at the minute? 15, 16? It's only a couple behind now. So, you know, we are going to catch up eventually. So, we've got plenty of other stuff to do also. You know what I mean? Man City winning PL over Arsenal will be hilarious. Like, don't get me wrong. As a Man U fan, I don't want to see either of them winning. Like, obviously, I'd love United to win it, but that was never going to happen this season. Like, beforehand, I was like, man, I will take Villa winning it over than any of them. And over Liverpool, over Chelsea, over freaking Arsenal and Man City. Because, like, for me, I don't so much have an issue with Arsenal as a club, but they've got, like, the worst fan base, haven't they? They've got the worst fan base. So it would be kind of funny just to see it happen again because of all the shit they've been talking all season. So, yeah, I'm kind of with you there a little bit more. It'd be one of those where it'd hurt so badly, but at the same time, it'd be funny. You know? Whereas if Arsenal win it, it'll just be like, oh, God. So, yeah, it's about to go 17. So, yeah, like, well, I'm like 3-4 chapters behind then, so we're not too far behind, man. 14, that's such a word count. You won't finish it in months anyway. So, yeah, man, we've got nothing to talk about today other than, yeah, man, we're going to get into it. Let's give somebody a roll that was talking about in Discord. Okay. Yeah, let's get started, lads. I need a freaking shower as well. It's diabolical, man. I can't even check. Okay, main scenes booked for some reason. Hold up, what the hell? I got no audio on main scenes. See? There we go. Dude, why is my virtual monitor bringing up freaking bitty fucking fucking web news? I don't care about that, bro. Do you think I cared about that? Yeah, I got no audio on it. Seeing then. Professional streamer. Mentally, yeah. I don't get paid enough for this. Alright, there we go. There she blows. There she blows. There she blows. There's our lappy. There's chat. There's our chat. 14 is so funny because it's insanely long and still doesn't finish anything. Yeah, I'm really enjoying 13 so far though, man. It's been a blast. It's genuinely been a blast. Excuse me, I've really got the sniffles. So yeah, tomorrow, Limbus tomorrow. I won't be streaming in the evening because Man U play tomorrow. So I'm going to be watching the football. Tuesday though, I think I might double dip Tuesday. So I think either some AK of the day and some Enfield of the evening, or vice versa. Either way, I think I want to try and double down. I want to try and double down. So yeah, and then Wednesday, I think maybe some more Limbus, depending on how it goes tomorrow and how much we're enjoying it, you know. E7 mod check. We do need to get on some E7 as well, but I have been promising people so long, haven't I, for Limbus, man. I gotta make it happen. Plus, like when I played a little bit yesterday, it felt good, man. I mean earlier, it felt good, you know. Felt good. I was like, ooh, I do quite like this game, and it has got a cool story. So, yeah. We can actually title the video now, Arknights player plays Limbus Company. Okay, let me just double check something before we get started. Don't know how legit that is. Apparently another Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. But we'll see. I still need to do one. It would be funny. You know what, Vast? That shit's been on there for ages, right? And I've not played it. waited years for that game, right? Bought it day one, and I haven't even booted it up. Like, that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. That's where we're at. So yeah, I have got this as well on the what's it bought. I need to. Where is it? Honor of King's World. I need to get myself a QQ account though. I'm contemplating not renting one because that's not good. So I'm definitely not going to rent one because there's not websites that allow you to do that. But if anybody does have an account like that as well, they want to let me use it. No, I'll be down. Yeah, I've just got too many games, man. Too many games in my backlog. Especially when a game comes out early access or early on, you can get that good sale. So I'm just like, fuck it, I'll grab it and play it when I play it. You know what I mean? I'll play it when I play it. You know what? The stream's sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to do a raid. It's like everybody's done it right. It's almost like a moment you have to go through as a content creator. You have to do a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship, don't you? You know? It's almost like it's a rite of passage, man. If you don't do it, you're a fake content creator. You know? I'd rather do that than trash fucking Facebook browser games like what fucking Saint was doing. Because that shit was ass. And dude had to like sit there pretending like it actually, you know, dude will make 21 hate videos on a good game like Enfield, right? And then he had to sit there and pretend he was having fun with that piece of shit. But no, you know, get the bag, but it's just funny. Alright, let's get AK booted at them. Let's get booted up, boys. I've also got to let you to play. To be fair, I'm not gonna lie, because we took the dog for a walk today, and she does a little bit of stuff on the side as well, like where she makes a little bit of extra money doing like these gem things and clothes and stuff, right? So she's been doing that today, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna play a bit of Enfield, and I'm gonna get some extra steps in on the treadmill, get some extra cardio in. She's been pestering me all day, like, am you streaming? Are you gonna stream? You've been streaming much recently. I'm like, damn, man. What's the matter with you? It's usually like, do you want to come chill? So, W Rosie. Pardon me. Yo, not Momo. What's going on? Enfield being good is debated.
Arknights.
Speaking of Snowman, Cap just released a video anime game. Captain Cabinets. Did she? Wait, what? I'm not gonna watch it, though. This creep is still obsessed with me. I saw that post on apparently he was giving her the okay to sell feet pics or something. You know? Apparently that's incredibly lucrative, though. Try and get Rosie in on that. I'm joking. But yeah, apparently that was the thing, yeah. Like... No, yeah, before the stream, who is that guy? Got replaced with a skinwalker. Arknights already booted at installing. Who replaces streamer? By the way, new event drops on Tuesday too. What for AK? What's the event? What is the event? I'm starting to think he feeds his alter account and he donated to himself. Oh, what if? Fucking thing flying around in my room. Fuck off. Fuck off. Little moth. Fuck off, you cunt. What if that's why... You know, that was the lucrative customer maybe as well, though. You know, there is that thing that people say that's actually him. But what if that was a lucrative customer? You know, but he was like, yo, Buddy's bucko's willing to pay some big-ass cash right here. Silver Ashel. Ooh, I'm broke in game, bro. Fuck. What's his deal now? Is that the one that comes... Is... Because I remember we watched, because there was that one uni, I think as well, that like, doesn't I think it's a chick, yeah, that freezes the blue box, right? Yo, Ducklord, what's going on? Lich, welcome to the stream as well. Can we get some... Yeah, I'll see. I can potentially swipe. We'll see. I can potentially swipe. I'll tell myself I'll be good, right? Because I'm spending, obviously last month, I spent like fucking 13 grand. So, I'll tell myself I've got to be good, right? But, not on gacha games, by the way, as well. I said that before. Someone was like, yo, you need to get yourself sorted out, bro. Like, you spent 13 grand on gacha games, you fucking idiot. Family Altar. That's it, yeah. Fuck. Shit. Time to swipe. Yeah, not gonna lie. That was the next battle. I remember looking and going, okay, this looks kind of sick, actually. Damn it. Good thing I don't have to swipe on Enfield. Next patch, we're chilling. We got Rossi. We got a weapon. We're chilling right now. We've got to get at least the guarantee for Zhuang should be good on a weapon as well, and then should be good for the guarantee on the next character also.
Welcome home,
depending on how many pulls we get this patch also, because I've still got a good amount of pulls sitting on the table from like 1.0 and 1.1, and then obviously next patch should, you know, even if it's a low end of something like 60, which I hope it's more, I'm chilling, man. You know, I'm actually chilling. So we're good out here. We're gonna be good out here actually. So considering I don't have to do any spending in Enfield, you know, we can maybe swipe in. AK. The only thing making you swipe on AK these days is skins. Yeah, I don't need to swipe at the minute for skins.
Are you interested in my instruments? I can teach
Big
you how to
spent
play.
13k on Brown does too. Dude, I just could never do it, like, man, I could never do it. I don't get me wrong, like I say, 13 grand's an expensive month on anything, right? But yeah, I'd have been fucked off if I'd have spent that much money on gacha. I could never do it. Couldn't do it, man. Man, I could make fucking 100 grand a month off YouTube, and I wouldn't spend that sort of money. Yo, Cass, what's up?
Doctor?
Got looking at a bunch of banners in a row, so I got like 400 pull stocks. Oh shit. Degenbrecher and Lemon in. Do really want to get Lemon because fucking I've seen fucking Deadhounds Lemon clapping cheeks. Speaking of cheeks, holy shit, Linny's fucking rocking a bakery back there, boys, man. That ass is fat. What the fuck? What in the fuck, Kanye? Shit, what am I doing?
No need to turn your head.
Oh, you load, yo, jumped at him. Speaking of, holy cheeks, trust me. You that shit? Is it that?
Captain of Reserve Op Team
Hold
A6.
Save. I ain't spending. I just, I wouldn't mind getting a girl Lemon. Because, I saw how, thick she was when Deadhound got her, man. I was like, holy shit. Just kind of wish I'd have got her. Certified rat fucker. Yo, she's insane, bro.
I'm Lava, a caster. Here to join you.
Yo, Casual, what's up, dude?
I want something to do. But
Nick's got right to the game, yeah, man. We in deep. We're locking in. Boys. We're playing Limbus Company tomorrow. We're locking into Limbus Company. As I said, anybody who's got any good reacts for Limbus Company, hit me up. I want the good stuff. I want the good stuff. I want to check out some Limbus content creators, some Limbus, cool Limbus stuff, basically, right? Cool Limbus stuff. Honestly, Limbus is my fave. She's underrated kit-wise too. What's the deal? I don't even know what a deal is, man. I'm not gonna lie. That means really good, bro. Hold off if you want to pull on the upcoming. Oh yeah. I ain't got the balls, man. Look, you can see I'm you know, I'm not exactly rolling deep. You know, not exactly rolling deep, boys. So we're gonna either get crack head look, which isn't very good look, the opposite of crackhead look, or we're fucked, lads, you know. Most of Limbus content is praising Limbus. I'll give you 2 hours of lore. Let's keep the videos, like, under an hour. Let's keep them under an hour, because, Cheeky Tang, come on. Like Tang. Not happening. Not happening. Not being peer pressured. Not being pushed into it. Ain't happening. You ain't doing it. Yes, when we did this last time, we didn't do the story, did we? We still got to do the... Did we? No, we did, didn't we? Did we? We did, didn't we? We are 13-4 now, yeah. We are, aren't we? I was gonna jump up, bro. I did it in the end, didn't I? Cheeky tens in AK always win. Not for me. They're not for me, actually. They never seem to win him for, when I just do a random temple. Left on Logos and Doc. Yeah, we did. We did the story, yeah. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, okay. Let me just make sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, man, yeah. We're done it. Videos longer than ever should be well built for maximum attention and tailored for TV viewers. Yeah, I think, if you're doing content like that, like, don't get wrong, I've got videos that I'm like that sort of watch it to like big reacts when there's like a genuine conversation, and those sort of videos can work. But I think if you're making original content, I think you even need to go down the route of essay type content, docu type content, or like just have insane high budget for entertainment content, right? Yeah, we're in 13 now, exit. Oh, yo, what's going on, man? Yeah, 13-4. Yeah, we left on Logos and Doc, yeah. Yeah, I remember now. Alright, then. Oh, shit, artillery's back in the house, is it? Okay, we got artillery then, boys. Ooh. This stage is... We're gonna have to, like, try and have the artillery over here, aren't we, really? Otherwise... we're gonna have some issues. So like Calcit here, maybe Monster here, and then we deal with everything else down here. I feel like in my head that's maybe the way to go at the minute, because otherwise we're gonna be in a... The problem is though, it might require a bit of backup though, man. It might require a sacrificial lamb over there with some backup as well. Maybe somebody to keep Cal going as well, just in case we've got some casters and stuff coming in here causing trouble, right? Which we might have. This could be a bitch. Alright, let's go. Let's do it. Let's lock in, boys. Let's lock in. 1:28:32 is the ideal video length. Fuck, you need to catch up. You need to lock in, bro. You need to get locked in, bro. I can't say shit though. Honestly, since coming to Victoria, my drafting work has been at a standstill. Oh, we'll be getting these close-up shots, man. Look at this. Back in my mercenary days, I spent most of my free time writing them. One book filled, a new book empty. Really, I had more to write than I physically could. And yet, since joining the military commission, I haven't given those notebooks a flip through in forever by now. I obtained what seemed like a higher position and power. I wasn't directing a squad or 2 mercenaries any longer. Now they put the sand table of the whole battlefield before me. And I grew more and more sick of what I'd written about. Who do I got for defenders in my squad right now? We got fucking you and Hoshiulta. We used you a couple of times before to do some switching around, use his skill just at the perfect times, just to clutch it up. We should be alright. What is it we need to take? How much is the artillery? Was it like, is it 3,500 or something like that? What's the damage it puts out or something? I'm not too sure. It's 3,500. Was it 3k? Documentaries are good yet, have I? Budget take $100 to edit a documentary, but I'll ask for retakes and changes in the script. It's not easy to make a good one. I used to believe the most important test on an archivist character was loyalty to their accounts. Yet, bit by bit, I came to discover these books had turned into echoes of wave after indistinguishable wave, reproductions of scene after scene of the same tragedy. 3k 2 damage, yeah, thought so. Something like that. I've been through this all with my own flesh, felt it all with my own soul. Why even make all this vacant language and empty summary of it? You guys can't hear my AC, can you as well, by the way? So they need more, yeah, I think, doesn't that mean you can tank it, can't he? Especially on skill, right? I'm pretty sure you can. I think Hoshi can as well, can't she? I'd had enough. When did it happen again? I remember last year in September. Last year where the summer was exceptionally long. And I can't wait for summer to be back. That's one thing about summers in Britain. But obviously we don't have mega hot weather over here. We can have like, you know, here and there when we have like heat waves and we can get like, you know, 30s, 35. Which is fine outside, but it's horrible inside because no AC. But we get super long days, so like 9:30 at night, 10:15. It's like fucking daytime, you know what I mean? General, the mayor is dead. Your sabre still drips with the blood. If only the blades of the military commission and the mercenaries could be as swift. As long as it's a weapon, there's no real difference. I remember the look he gave me in that moment. But I'm still not sure what he really meant by it. These two are just like giga jacked, didn't they? Like, you know what I mean? These guys have got tits, bro. You know what I mean? Whether he's, yeah. I see, humidity sucks, yeah, I agree. Roger. News just came from the Mercs. The 14 MPs in the plot to assassinate the regent have been apprehended. What stance are the other MPs taking? They don't have one. I thought you'd be more direct about your methods. If the military commission requires I can execute every MP straight away. With our current situation, this will suffice. The airship is still under construction. We need just a little extra patience. Pull your men out. Next era King's Legion has arrived. Legion? That's why they wanted to keep things so chill for a while, didn't they? Because without the ship, they would have been in a bit of a problem if, you know, if all of the dukes and the powers of Victoria decided to descend on them. My voice shakes a little. The next era's Legion. Of all the military powers I'd met in war, the vast majority paled compared to that one name. The difference was heaven and earth. Yeah, humidity sucks, man. It does. It's, like, we're quite lucky in that. Like, can get humid sometimes, but in comparison to, like, humid countries, like, it's nothing. Yeah, big, only problem in the UK. It's like people mock, like, when they go, oh, look, the people in the UK talking about heat waves, and it's, like, 30 degrees, and it's like... But like in the UK, our houses, for the most part, are built for winter. So they're built to keep in the heat, and keep the cold out. You know, double glazing, thick brick walls, you know, insulated, all that sort of stuff. So like, you only have to get to that sort of heat, and you come in a house, and it feels like it's like 50 fucking degrees. It's like, it's rough, man. Outside, it's gorgeous, you know what I mean? Inside, you're like, oh my god! When? How? Whatever direction a Khazar army enters Victoria from, they'd have to pass through major duchies. It would matter how they concealed themselves. That large force could never. His Majesty has arrived at Londinium suburbs. 2 reorganised royal court units directly subordinate to him have been stationed outside the city. It's the same in Germany. We get close to 40. Yeah, I don't know, was it the year before last when we got like, it was like 35, 36, man. That's some of the hottest weather I've experienced, like, you know. I think so, like, yeah. Like, a couple of times I've gone to Greece, it's at like 34, 35-ish, and, you know, it's different when you're on holiday, isn't it? Especially when you got the pool right by you and stuff. I understand. I'll order the mercs to withdraw. That Lieutenant Colonel Leto and his talk with the Regent, he and his defence forces will soon be assuming control of all Londinium's administrative affairs. On the surface, Londinium will enter a state of semi-martial control led by the defence forces, owing to the garrisoned rebellion. I don't think that'll fool the Grand Dukes. Their intelligence networks are well developed in the city. They'll definitely start mobilising for war in the next few months. It won't take that long. It's exceedingly likely the quickest army will show up beneath the Londinium's walls within 20 days. But no fear, no matter who arrives first, they won't be hasty to act. Any Duke that dares march alone will become the common enemy of all, just as in the Duke of Windermere's failure of a raid 2 years ago. The high-speed warships didn't even succeed in launching from their berths before her own men obstructed her. It was ridiculous. The Duke of Windermere, she's clever. She's been warning Parliament since the day of the Regent first made contact with Victoria. Cavendish didn't just invite us to enter Londinium on his lonesome. Each and every Duke was hoping to make a military vassal out of the Regent, an assistant to the thorns in their sides. See, there was all like that, their own little machinations going on, didn't they? And there was allowing, like, Victoria to become the victim of what, or Londinium specifically to become the victim of what it is out of their own, you know, selfish greed and want of grabbing extra power as well, weren't they? Twice the glass and he can't keep getting away with it. Feels like being in an oven, like there's actually heat panels on either side. Yeah. 46 idea. I just sweat a lot, so I'll have to drink more water. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, that's fucking hot. That would fucking melt me. But at the same time, it's like when you're on holiday, you know, everything's AC. So like, indoors, it's fucking gorgeous, and you go outside, and I'm fine with direct hot weather. I love it. I do. Obviously, you know, you gotta be careful for your skin and stuff, like, but I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my god, it's too hot. It's just when it gets hot in the house. That's why I've actually got an AC, because I can't work in my office at all when it gets to the middle of summer. It's like, it's no go. As soon as my PCs come on and my lights are on in my office, oh my, all bets are off, you know. And it like literally makes my PCs run warmer as well. So it's like, unless I got my AC for the summer, it's no good, man. Understand? This Duke of Windermere is no exception. Behind the guise of the iron-fisted soldiers, she obeys the game logic of aristocrats as much as the rest. She was the one most impatient to place us back in the toolbox. From what I hear, Victoria's legendary steam knights don't exist anymore. You do have a nose for sniffing, Caldera. Not a good quality for a serviceman. I'm a mercenary general. The Regent and military commission schemes was a huge success. Pretty crazy somehow, the Sark has a firm hold on Victoria's capital. The Dukes need an easy-to-cut-up army to put down dissidents, and Parliament is desperate for an appropriate defence to avoid any more action like those two stupid Dukes' adventures. In their eyes, the Sarkas came fresh out of civil war on a silver platter, table-ready disposable. Now we've taken the industrial sector, leased Parliament, and even the Shard will be under our control any day now. The Regent's taken Londinium, for real. But we can't shut this city off. We can stir up conflict, but then what? We end up buried together with Londinium under a coalition of foreign militaries? What is the Commission planning? I know I'm being a little too forward, but you draw suspicion by being too obedient. Yet Manfred doesn't even turn to look at me. He's flipping through a book. Untitled. Current humidity is 83%. Yeah, that's rough. Got AC last year as well, just not bothering anymore. Yeah, man, AC's a fucking lifesaver, man. I love it. We have cold winter -4 to -10, hot summer 30 to 50. You can't go with AC and heaters. Yeah. We like, the bad thing about the UK, you can have like fucking all 4 seasons in one day, man. It's mad, you know. Do mercenaries have so many problems, Holdera? Have I given you too much leeway? I only need to know what the goal I'm serving is. Like, these dudes are just, you look at them and it's just like, holy testosterone, man. The mercenaries I know have other tastes. Inquiring as to more loose-pocketed employer, or mulling over the way how to waylay a Sancta caravan. But, pardon me. I just have different personal habits. Personal habits. The military commission general before me pries his gaze away from the book. I hear his position here isn't just for his service rank. I hear his relationship with Theresis is very special. Which means I have to be extra cautious. I dip my head slightly, working to ensure I express enough respect and humility. Is your eye alright? It affects my depth perception in sword combat. I'll get used to it ASAP. I received your interrogation records. The assassin was an Inez woman, and mercenary alike. We sure didn't expect a Sarkaz like Inez to get bought out by Parliament, especially for a hit on the Regent. Inez is dead, and you lost an eye for it. You'll receive commendations from the military commission. No commendations necessary. Then you'll receive payment in mercenary fashion. After all, you and Inez and that lunatic with the W call sign led an active mercenary unit for quite some time. The old Sarkaz of the Scar Market, their commendations for you are blinding. Very decisive of you to kill her. It's the only way a mercenary lives. Will do anything to survive. Even gutting your own colleagues. Even gutting our own colleagues. Then I'm sure one day you'll come to dispatch me, won't you? You asked me just now, what could the military commission be planning? Our plan is drawn up to the point war breaks out. As for what follows, that will be their plan to make. This place is the heart of hatred, and it will be buried by vengeance. Just as you wrote in those booklets, just as every war we've been through. So you, never mind that. Carry on writing. Low humidity there is like 60%. Yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough. That's swamp ass weather, man. That's Betty Swallocks. You know what I mean? You've a heavy mission. Bear that responsibility. Now the military commission's duty in Londinium is fulfilled. With a single activation of the shard, the tempest of war will be unstoppable. In which case, what could Theresis want to do? What more can we do? Done with your notes? No, I wasn't writing anything. Just giving this sword another polish. The mercenary claymore, I haven't used this thing in forever. You're so heartless. We need a Holdera's skin like the other one, man. If you want it, you can have it. A present from me to you. A sword, low efficiency, 0 interest. And you found the time to fix your hair. Can't blame you, I guess. We're not going to have the time for hair gel like you did back in Londinium. It's just more convenient this way. You should have kept that outfit. Maybe you could keep acting like the murder-cleared treasure of the army. What's that thing army guys say? It's your calling to serve. The mercenary's calling is to get paid, not get bereavement. Knock it off and save your spittle, you two. Defense perimeter scouting radius. Is this the opening? Until they started fighting, yeah? As for now, they're marching. No matter how much the Dukes hate each other's guts, this front's gonna close in sooner or later. You're sure your guy's gonna pass this position? You can literally see the Shard's catastrophe clouds from here. The catastrophe landing point is a line of fire between the Duke of Wellington and the Xera King. Chances are the Iron Duke will retreat his front. As for Windermere, she probably won't have the spare energy to deploy her own forces until she gets her daughter back inside of a nomadic fortress. The thing with that, my guy doesn't have a lot of exit routes from Londinium. Wait, incoming. The shadow's very fast. It's like polygonal yarn ball? What? The overall shape is polygonal, but highly irregular. It's arts. High chance the naked eye can't follow it, or else she wouldn't make it here. Target confirmed. We can only afford a little rough play. W. What the fuck is that? I turn back and she's gone. A second later, deafening explosions. Yeah, dude, rough, man. I was simping so hard as well right before it happened. After her. The scale of the dust cloaks the entire surroundings, but we're not blind to what's either a sizable witchcraft vehicle or a bizarre aircraft. As ever, W kicks off without restraint. If we did graze a lich, I brush away the smoke, but Not surprisingly, I feel myself hit something. What is that? A wire? Silk threads hanging crisscrossing from the void, then pressing into it again. Mercenaries? That's a big hat. What a coincidence. Come at me then. This is where the strange sensations truly start. Bro, what is that, a hat? Her figure snaps into formless in an instant, threads swirling and fading. Thrust an arm out with all my strength. I thrust an arm out with all my strength, but grab at nothing but dust. Did she run? I told you, can't blow a lich up with bombs. No, she's still around. We have to catch her. Oh, what's this? Alright, Hypergryph. Bit of fog, eh? That's posh. Something's not quite right. We never passed by any area like this. Nothing here casts any shadow. Is it an illusion? I think there's a bunch of big guys over there, right by the mountain. Those are some crazy swords. How do they lift them? Mountain? Wasn't this a plane? I follow where W's looking. The haze gradually thins and the scene becomes clear. I gulp. Practically everything about the battlefield leaves my mind. Is this an illusion? Fix drill the hole in the back seat again, I'm going in. In ancient Sarkaz, the ash-bleached city lies ahead. Let us hasten. It will admit us, the children of the soil and the stone have built city walls on sorrow's ground. Asdel, each syllable is a bitter journey unto its own. Where is it? From dreams we have departed, seeking to this day. The age of exile has come to an end. What are they saying? It's ancient Sarkaz dialect. Sorrow's ground, ash-bleached city. I'm having trouble with the rest, I can only guess. I think they mentioned Kazdel too. Which one? Diablo Balor Saka of the Condemner clan and Chi Lon, the errant overlord, will meet us on our way. Oh, and he's here too. Guldul, the king of Sarkaz. I couldn't know these names better. I could almost recite their legends from memory. The first line of Sarkaz I ever read was from the tale of these people, the epic transcribed time and time again, still handed down in Kazdel's slums to this day. What these shadows tell of is the second Kazdel that could be called a city. After the very first Kazdel was laid to waste by the elders and ancients, there passed over 1,000 years where Kazdel was no more than a tiny hamlet, a mass of thatch and wooden fencing. Frail, easily destroyed, it was ravaged by the wills of colonizers again and again and again and again. The Sarkaz were sent into exile, until this moment, where the Sarkaz had once again accumulated strength, once again rebuilt a true city. They left the waste that we now call Columbia and came to the heartlands of Terra. And there they lived, and there they died. And then, a betrayal. Another migration east, and before they'd gone far, the blue flames of fury were again betrayed. It seems as if Sarkaz's history were cursed from that moment on. History's waves have rolled on to this present day, where citadels are incessantly scrapped and rebuilt and still amble about in arm's reach. But the names they speak, those are that city's first king of Sarkaz. Ermengarde. The kings of Sarkaz 7,000 years ago. When did this lich appear before us? How does she have this power? I draw my sword across my chest. The lich lifts a hand. How did you produce these things? Considering this Kazdel's historical significance and its impact on the generations to come, the legend of the kings of Sarkaz has found such widespread in song. These vagabonds, even we lack for such trifling accounts. This is scarcely even witchcraft. It is absolutely not. No original art could attain this degree of effect. Oh, or perhaps it could, but at the very least a historian would be needed. Is it a trick of physics? A projector that forms images from the mist? When did our brother and sister gain such technology? How rude not to share. No, it's off. These pictures are too close to the recorded truth. Be it a technological feat. Whence came the material? So is she not doing this then? Who the fuck is doing it then? So this is some kind of arts then. Her hand sways gently in the air like she's feeling something, studying the colours before her and leaving us to our devices. It is of no known category of arts. It's highly likely even that it isn't arts. It's very strange. A pheromone? If Victoria wanted to tame a pheromone for battle, it should have started a long ago. What's this bitch even doing? I love W. It seems you are not artists. You are simply and purely the ones who blew up my beloved cube. I was very comfortable sitting in it. Message to the Lich's Court. Lady Emmergard, we deeply apologise for using any such method to contact you. I don't know what misconception you have of liches, but honestly, I'm not that old. Stop kowtowing. I fear this is not your art either. I certainly don't have the knack to conjure a band of 7 millennia old vagabonds. What if I use arts to stimulate it? Just the most basic, tiny amount of energetic irritation. She just get yeeted. A squall whips up. The vision before me recedes like the tide. The twisted scene returns to normality. The bloodied boulder abruptly appears before us all. What is happening? What is this? I checked this area 3 days ago. There was nothing like this here. Boys, hey, Hodera, W, snap out of it. Inez is fine. Thank the stars. My blood is boiling. What is happening? The mercenaries' day. Okay.
Embark.
Engaging. Go.
Okay.
Monster, with me.
Okay, she just outside of that then. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. While in battle, reborn creations have increased attack, and their attacks will additionally deal necrosis. Oh, fuck.
Your weapons are right at your fingertips. Why wait?
Whoa. Oh, Lappy got murdered. A formation breaker of the Sarkaz Royal Court. Every few attacks, the next attack will stun all surrounding friendly units. Will be reborn as a gift of the Sanguine Arch upon being defeated for the first time. Oh, shit. Oh, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. Okay.
Optimize your deployment. Optimize your perform your task.
君もそんな風にグズグズす自分の血でむせるなんてやめてよね
We're gonna get stunned to fuck, aren't we now?
どうすればいい誰かが気づく前にあなたの下に神に沈んだモンスター座標についた
No, I leaked. Okay, alright. Shit!
Keep moving ahead with confidence.
Who the fuck are you? You skinwalker old pixie would never skip the app session. I know. We're locking in today, boys. We're locking in today. I expect triple the views, triple the likes, super chats out the wazoo. If not, you fake fans. Okay. Oh, shit.
The mom being
I think we can make that work. I think we just need to have a little fiddle around with positions there.
Depends on how quickly you
He finished the Caliban, so the app went with her. Yeah, she was She was making us do it.
なきを言っとくけど戦場の匂いは別にす誰かが気づく前にあなたの死体を影に沈めてあげる
Thing is, we really need to keep Monster alive, man, and that it's making it so it's a bit of a problem, right?
君もスターワードに行くから
Maybe we can, you know.
電光石火触らばすなわち発す
あまりまた今日隠せない君もスターワードに行くから吸い上げるあまりまた誰かが気づく前にあなたの死体を影に沈めてあげる
Optimized monster.
Fuck.
君もそんな生から死へと兵隊を変更中
Shit. So we could stop him. Fuck. Kind of fucked that up as well, man.
あまり待たせない誰かが気づく前にあなたの死体を影に沈めてあげる川と陸から水温に最適な私の爪が聴診をしてくれる Your weapons are right at your fingertips. Why wait?
オルゾン魂の皮彼岸への道
Optimize your deployment.
Try and get him gone quick, yeah.
ここにどうすればいいか隠せない
Go on, survive it, survive it, survive it, survive it, survive it, survive it, survive it. Shit! We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good.
冷静ああ
Okay, we're cool, we're cool.
自分の血でむせるなんてやめてよね
Let's go.
わ
Alright.
かった
Monster can be released as much as you want for 10 DP. We're good, we're good. We're alright, we're alright, we're alright. We had some like, ooh, some stylish scenes at the moment, aren't we? We've seen a budget increase here, boys. We've seen a budget increase. I've never felt my blood flowing so clearly through my own veins. It surges about like crazy, shooting out through my limbs, then finally converging on my heart again. Rhodes Island, when the medic operators were examining me, they wanted to eject me with, what was it called? Forgot. I sure gave them hell about that. I've got the Originium. I didn't want more than random junk around in my body. Well, fine. I get the message. We need all this blood to live. It carries oxygen and yada yada, whatever. I'll dare have told me once. But right now, I'm sick of it. You're my blood, you little shit, so listen to me. She's even cussing out her blood, you know. What the fuck? And if not, you can get the hell out of my body. I feel for the dagger on my waist. The presentation gets more and more animated from this chapter forward. Okay, that's cool. Go. By the way, what you've been playing lately? I've been playing Enfield. Played a bit of Crimson Desert as well. Still been hopping back onto that when I can. I do want to play more Crimson Desert because I do really like it. W, what the hell is wrong with you? Nothing. Just some bloodletting. Odera scrunches his brow. That lich is giving her hat a death grip. The racket finally dies down. No, actually, I guess we Hardy Bunch just got used to it. Inez, are you alright? Absolutely nothing's wrong with me. You guys explain. I get it. These rocks don't work on chilly old hags. I bet Calcic could dance a whole jig here. I believe it also suggests you bandage that wound. I cut surgical. Avoid the arteries. So this is an anti-Sarkaz installation. Something to do with the blood. Sarkaz blood. There's a difficult guess. Well, it didn't affect her, right? This witchcraft device hasn't properly activated yet. I drew past this area on an easy feeling I had. Here lies the main offender. Little wonder the tutors are always so cautious with matters of Londinium. So what if it does activate for real? Will Sarkaz explode and die? And then the Sanguine Arch throws out blood all over the Victorians? No vehicle tracks in the vicinity. No signs it was transported. They took these giant crystals, crossed all these miles, and then set them down here directly? Is it like Stonehenge? The anti-Sarkaz Stonehenge? Is that what it is? Somehow this wouldn't be the first time I've heard of something like that. God, I'm guessing you have nothing to do with this either. Naturally, liches can't accomplish this sort of thing. The space we research isn't this one. Also, if I'm not mistaken, you recognised me just now. Oh, Dara, was it? I've had an eye on you for your books before. Some of your manuscripts are even in circulation among Lethenian Sarkaz. Do you have any leads for us? Or should I be helping you? You just blew up my little cube. The bitch shot me a glance. Hey, you. Hey, you don't know how much I'm holding back from stuffing a bomb in that chest cavity of yours. Are all Sarkaz mercenaries so eager to die these days? Bloodhenge. If she says one more word, I'm seriously going to do it. Forget it. Let's talk about that illusion just now. That was a vestige, a spatial one, a temporal one. Were you looking for vehicle tracks just now? That illusion, was it? Some kind of special art is affecting this place. That wasn't original art, and it wasn't Sarkaz witchcraft. These art circles are related to the vampires, and the illusion was definitely related to the art circles. There's no direct line connecting them. Perhaps these are leads you can use. What position are the liches taking? The same as ever. We've made no promises. We have an informant telling us Kazdal has had liches showing up too. Usually never make appearances in Kazdal. Oh? You left Babel, joined an infected organisation, then ended up in Londinium, and you've still kept an intelligence net up in Kazdal? Are you really just a mercenary? I feel like with your competencies, you could get hooked up as a Gesset watcher in Lithanian, relatively speaking. Oh, except your arts is a little more mediocre. What the fuck does that mean? Personal habits. Personal habits. In a battlefield this extensive, how do you think you'd stop me if I... In a battlefield this extensive, how do you think you'd stop me if I want to lead without a whisper? You were looking for us too? Technically, I'm a little interested in you. Specifically you. Do you Sarkaz always have to talk in riddles? Score one interruption from Inez. She's getting impatient. Nice. Let her draw everyone's attention while I kill this son of a lich dead. Son of a lich. Given you get news from Kazdal, that naturally means our siblings acts as just been feigning ignorance. We need to give Theresis some flex room. We're taking control of Kazdal right now. Everyone's come to Victoria, so someone's got to look after the place. What flex room? Are you going to hold a celebratory feast? Yes, that's the first part of the plan. Then we declare National Foundation Day, and so on. No more jokes now. That is just the first part of the plan. Theresis and Teresa have no plans for evacuation at all. It seems they really do want Londinium to be the battlefield for a face-off against all the lands. Damn, bro. We have no idea what's giving them so much confidence, but if it's their plan, brother and sister, then they must have some means in place already. So if they do succeed, then that means we'll have to rebuild Kazdal, rebuild the Sarkaz's haven. And if they fail, if the Sarkaz fail here, then we'll lose an entire generation of youth, and maybe every youth that was to come. After the expedition of 200 years ago, most nations had no clue about the present state of Kazdal. They weren't even interested. Until all this, a lot of Victorian worthies believed Kazdal was just a pile of ruins. But before the Civil War, with Her Highness Teresa's establishment, Kazdal had a nascent nomadic city. Until Theresis messed the whole thing up. Now Kazdal's just this super giant witchcraft tractor. The kind that got bolts and parts popping off it while it trundles along. I still wouldn't stand up to anything you could call a war. The region just so happens to be starting one. Once it begins, every spy will have made contact with Kazdel. How will those nations sitting on the fence regard the Sarkaz within the territory? Alright, you're a pessimist. Good, so am I. So part 2 of the plan. The Liches hanging back in Kazdel have formulated the plans to break the place up. If Theresis fails, Kazdel will immediately be split into pieces, maybe a dozen or more, taking their affiliated residents as per the apportioned clan units off to hide deep in the Barrens. Route planning, balanced production, and ensuring Kazdel becomes a nomadic city isn't without meaning. To the Sarkaz, the enmity of the rest of the mankind is a catastrophe. Kazdel will greet another age of exile. Again, with the exile. What kind of crap is this? As if we're not exiles already. Did I miss some nomadic city where we all live happy lives sipping afternoon tea, watching the catastrophe clouds roll by? The Sarkaz are strongly united at this point. Not at all the way I hoped. Purely in terms of endpoint. Theresis has done it. Unity could mean more than just another vengeful massacre. Despite that unity being founded on hatred and war, that's no easy ask. How dare my brother? Kazdel is more than a city. It's every person who calls it home. In the original plan, Kazdel didn't need that many inhabitants, and they wouldn't let us take that many away anyway. We have to end this war in Victoria. The sooner, the better. We can't take back hate, then at least we can do is turn it into fuel to cast the supports of Kazdel. And every life to the Kazdel of the future may well be vital. Easily said for you. We just touched on a method for moving supplies and people over long distances that might be what we've been after this whole time. What serves as the military commission's lifeline in Londinium? I'll find it and seize it. It was able to bring us Londinium, so it could take us home too. Before everyone's buried 6 feet under. You aren't certain to succeed. You're just a mercenary. A place to call home. Somewhere you can always return to. Theresa. All this time I've been trying to keep that name separate from this war. Her Highness. How can a war just like before let anyone rest in peace? I bet it's just some diversion by that Theresis bastard. He killed Her Highness and he's still blaspheming her. I'll make him beg forgiveness on his hands and knees. And once he's done then, I'll turn his skull into fireworks. Yeah. Yeah, Babel's coming after 13. Finding you was the right choice. I'll take your plans as a stance of Babel's survivors and inform the Liches. Thank you. You blew up my cube. How do you want me to get back on foot? 8 kilometers northwest. There's a Sarkaz transport camp. Go and steal their car. Need us to help? Forget it. I don't want her catching me again and finding out I've been making deals with you on the sly. So good luck to you, and may you still be alive to make good on your promise after meeting her. So it's an all or nothing play then. For the Sarkaz, really. Huh? Hold on. Are you guys getting this familiar feeling? What are you talking about? What am I talking about? I have no idea. Damn it. How dare I should be the one saying moody crap like this? But still, it's bugging me. I like we're getting this inner monologue as well from these guys. Not far off, there's something sitting on a mountain peak, just on the edge of where that original illusion vanished. She's just sitting there, like she doesn't have a care in her heart. Her long pink hair draped over her shoulders, as it always was. Oh, what the fuck? And that look in her eyes, that's sorrowful. I look away. Out of shame, is it? How is this happening? How? No, that's no illusion. The moment I saw her, I knew it wasn't. That's her. Your Highness? She's gone. I want to reach out to... No, forget it. Maybe I should save it for next time. Besides, she couldn't be real anyway. She just really, really looked like her. An indistinguishable forgery. Able to fool almost any pair of screwy, messed up eyeballs.
進歩しましたね。今後は少し説教を手加減してほしい。すぐ調子に乗るんですから。
Oh, we got a red sage. We got a red sage, boys. We got a red sage. Okay. We got a defense artillery as well. Fuck. Hold on. Let me just go and get me Canicolt, chaps. Back in a sec. W has Babel PTSD. I agree, Lich. I've said this. It was a thing that I was craving for a long time in Wuthering Waves as well. I don't mind at the start it being centered around like the main character to really pull things in, but I want stories like that. I want where, you know, where they're not even involved. They're literally not even involved, or if they are, they're come in and hop out and it's centered around other people. I agree, because it's not only good for world building, it's just better to spend more time with these characters as well, isn't it? And it was a thing that I was really frustrated with Wuthering Waves. You guys know I'm quite positive around Enfield, right? Of course I've got my issues with it, but I'm overall optimistic. That's the one thing I am somewhat pessimistic about, is the admin just becoming like the Rover, like, right, just becoming this like Mary Sue person that everybody looks up to and they're always there, and it's almost like everything just continually sent. I get it, they're the main character, but you know. Alright then, so we got bombers. We got fucking 6 different enemy types. Could create our fights over here. We got drones. Let's have a look. Now that looks like an image from fucking you'd see on a PC back in the day, in like the early 90s. Fog growth thicker. The entire forest seems to swim in it. I'm loving these perspective shifts we're getting here, you know? They're not going to do it. The 1.2 proof of whole being the Fangy stuff was being alone in the scene, but in the stream they showed Edmin tripled down and was, she's always with Edmin. I still think it's too early to say that's going to be how it's always going to be, because like I think the MC for the first couple of patches kind of has to be a part of setting things up. I think unless you're going with a totally different way of telling the story. It is my biggest fear. It is my biggest fear. I'll confess, I'm not so familiar with Kazdel at all. By the end of the Banshees Courts parts in the war 200 years ago, I was gone from that city. It was in the convalescence of the Banshees I came of age. I asked my mother why, being one of the 6 heroes, she would choose to leave Kazdel, the city she once fought to the bitter end for. Pardon me. My mother issued no response. At the time, she plucked a few reeds from the riverbank and wove a necklace for me. Their stems twisted about each other head to tail, tail to head. Enfield's design is if it's trying to be as unoffensive and... yeah. And like... if it ends up... like, obviously, this is like a coping thing. It'd make sense if they do end up pulling away from that in the future, that like they start off as inoffensive as a possible, right, as a way to pull people in. But then there's a juxtaposition, the super early filters at the start of the game with the game's design at the start. So it's like, They weren't afraid to filter the fuck out of people at the start of the game, but they are in other ways. It's like they need to just get to the point where the game's good enough that if they have, like, great story writing and not try and cater to everybody, they'll end up catering to a good, solid audience and it'll just make them shit tons of money anyway, you know? I think too many games it's like the positive and the negative of Genshin, right? The positive of Genshin, that it allowed a lot of other developers to see the potential, but at the same time, unless you get Genshin success, it's not considered that level of success. Well, the game already made shit tons of money, right, in the first 2 weeks, but, you know, sitting into that, like, I don't know, 60, 70 million a month when you put everything together, that's insane, isn't it? Now everything has to be like 200 or 300 million like Genshin. It was beautiful, and I treasured it in the most genuine sense. Yet very soon, it withered and faded, and fell to scattered pieces. My mother told me how this was the Banshee's most traditional art form. We weave song and incantation, just as we weave necklaces of grass. Man, that's what all the fucking girls used to do back in the day at school, man. Little daisy chain necklaces and stuff. But now, we had the entire Convalis. They need not be foraged, needed not be bothered. And so year after year, they grew forever. We Banshees sang out elegies. The elegies were not a supplication of the end, rather they were anticipation of new life. There is the Sarkaz need to not hold the dead city standing, but to grow. We've got more fog. They're playing around with the fog now, ain't they? Playing around with the fog. This is a highly disconcerting environment, Doctor. We were in the thick of a forest only moments ago. Who is doing this? And is the same thing happening to them what was happening to Odera, Inez, and W then? What laid before us became nothing alike as the fog settled in. Hey, Valis? Is this all an illusion, Logos? The Doctor is considerably wounded, but their tone of voice is steadied once more. Ascalon slightly carries the still unconscious Amir, taking the very front. See, I like this. We're seeing the Doc who's us from Logo's point now, right? That's cool. She remains as ever, lips sealed. But I can sense, and for me, it's a really good thing to do. Like I kept saying that they should have done this with Wuthering Waves as well. I was like, have us have stories that don't involve the rover, right? But then how cool would it be if you're doing a sort of little side story, right, with 3 characters, and it's not a world-ending story. It's a bit more of a self-contained sort of Granny and the Knight's Treasure sort of episode. But then you get perspectives of the rover from other characters' perspectives. Like, it'd be cool, right? Because you see these kind of powerful MCs. How cool would it be to kind of see them in like you know, like Superman versus Batman situation where you're watching these 2 like godlike characters do the thing from the perspective of somebody else. Not necessarily saying we need that godlike situation, you know what I mean? Be cool to like get that vibe of like, oh, okay, they're aura farming, but we get to see it from a distance kind of thing. Ascalon silently carries the still unconscious Amia. Taking the very front, she remains as ever, lips sealed, but I can sense that her current silence is a more bleak one than before. I remember at the time of her hurried rendezvous with me, that flicker of an expression I found hard to discern. Mirage is a spin from nothingness. Their scenes are more mere fictions in the mind, bound to return to nihil no matter how lifelike. This place is not. Everything here truly did exist, once upon a time. Constructing a mirage like this requires not just intelligence and information, time and space. It's too difficult. Bomb whistle? Yeah, Ken. I know this Convalis. I've always loved it. Yes, the whistle of the Banshees. It doesn't necessarily entail original arts. When we were young, we'd learn it by the riverside. We'd sit among the underbrush and wait still until the Great Fin gobbled small bug until Felby snatched up Great Fin. That is when the barn whistle is played. What's this scenery doing here? How do we get out? I'm trying. Original Arts hasn't this power. The power this is can only be something more ancient. But it shouldn't come about in this battlefield, at this moment, not on Londonian's periphery. Everything we're seeing and hearing could pass for real. Our squad is not in good condition. We need to up our vigilance. At the Convalis at the end, there seems to stand someone, Dead still. Silent. The fuck is that? Mother? Logos, what's wrong? Nothing. I say, try to tear this landscape apart directly. It carries some risk, but it's the best solution. I don't know whether it'd be safe to leave this place, Ascalon. Ascalon nods, handing Amir over to the doctor, who strains to hold her up by that arm that isn't hurt. By the arm that isn't hurt. Ascalon, master assassin, vanishes in a blink into the mist. I shut my eyes and prepare, conceiving of destruction, imagining reconstruction. The figure appears again, this time atop of the Convalus's crest. She seems to be looking at me, but she is as if a thin slice of the past stuck frozen in some older time. I know that crest full well. When I was young, I would practice incanting there until twilight fell, and she would show up behind me. I would never know when exactly she had come, but she wouldn't just stand there as she does now in this mirage. And once I exhausted myself, we would go home together. This where he actually as a kid, it's like something from his past. I feel for my bone whistle. It's cold as bale ice. It's like the time I was first given it. Not long ago, I sounded it to the closure of the Damascus court. The time before that, that was back in this Convalus. Yo, he's logoed Mama MILF. I'll be leaving tomorrow for Babel. Yes? You're master of the Elegate Court now. Remember to send Her Highness Cereza my greetings. It still doesn't feel real to me, Mother. I'm too young to be master of a royal court. Now, what makes you say that? Anyone could see how remarkable you are. Keep this safe. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Oh? Your bone whistle. I've tuned it for you and give it a royal court crest. And of course, a kiss full of magic too. Alright. Simply sound it and all the Sarkas will know it as the will of the Nell. Mother, what should a Lord of the Banshees do? Do what you believe you must. I once talked to you about those ravings of mine. The fettered Sarkas have no escape, just as the necklace you used to weave together for me became naught but pieces in the end. Yet what fetters us is our identity, to what we belong. The royal court and perhaps the king of Sarkas. But still you bestow this aspect on me. Our rotting bones will never again be given new life. Should annihilation reach its destination? And yet, that is the rule. We sound the knell for all, for others, for ourselves. But it is a necessary burden. If you feel our time-worn inheritance has been reduced to naught but a stepping stone to new life, then it is for you to ascertain that yourself. Supposing that does not change your mind, then from death comes new life. I mean, technically, the M is guaranteed, Ilf is objective, but yes. Subjective. His mom is hot. Play but when. The best part of Logos is his mother. I rest the whistle to my lips. My. Now, well done. Oh, tender little Lord of the Banshees, for whom does your first fledgling knell toll? For myself, for the royal court that would rot, past and future all. The Sarkas must write a new verse. What meaning is there in a stagnant landscape? With the words, power bursts forth. He broke it. Who's creating these though? Who's doing this? This is the vampire's witchcraft. The vampire could never construct these landscapes we were just in. I fear there's some other presence helping him. What is the vampire planning to do with these art circles? What were they talking about? The sanguine arch, are they? What are they talking about? Labouring to keep Amir supported, the doctor lifts their head with some worry, taking in the giant sanguine-coloured crystals. They're cuprium. The loop. I know they're not, but it's kind of colour of Cuprian, isn't he? The loop here isn't even complete, but some of its symbols are legible. Purify. It's trying to affect our blood somehow. Affect Sarkaz's blood. This artistry is tied to the Sarkaz's power. The doctor gives no response, seemingly lost in thought. Hey. She still doing around? Huh. They finally ran out of patience. I detected them long ago. A handful of boorish wanderers. The derangement of space-time was masking their figures, and now, with the mists abated, they finally show themselves. Fucking hell, man. Ascalon's like, what now, bitch? Already the silver glint in Ascalon's hand has cut across their necks, while bone-writ incantation blocks their attack. A clump of dirt. It's crude as a child would be. Wait. I told you they were real. Those ghosts were the real deal. Ah, it is a child. Is that you? Does the doctor know this Sarkaz girl? You're that doctor, right? I saw you once in the munitions factory in Highbury. What are you doing here? In the Noctet quarters and Sarkaz? Makes sense as well, them doing the munitions factory in Highbury, you know. In regards to the gunners. You were supplying goods to refugees in Norport. How did you know that? Don't let it slip. I was just I don't think that quarters girl is looking too good, is she? And your arm is all... I'm gonna guess you guys are fine hanging out with these Sarkaz. I think we ended up back where we came. Did we do it for real this time? I've played enough haloed monster things for one day. This is out of whack. Paprika, what are you talking to the ghosts for? One in a hood, one unconscious bunny in a Sarkaz? No, driver, they're real. As in real? Oh, so they've been affected by it as well, yeah. Copium. It's same colour though, isn't it? Sanguine colour. Obviously, I know it's in Copium, though. This Sarkaz steps up to me, skeptically looking me up and down. I can tell with a glance that she's never taken the battlefield. Her hands are callous in the wrong places. Just now, did the young Paprika girl call her driver? Hello? Mona, come check this out. It's real. Your clothes must have cost some money, didn't they? Maybe take a closer look. No, never mind. Trust you, Ursus bumpkins, not to know. Quit it with the ooh, I'm from Casdell already. Shopkeep. Like you matter. All you do there is run a grocery store. Oh wait, forgot. You sold your store as you come pick fights out here. Ha. Shape up a little. Stop getting carried away in the front of people. Hello? You may have met me in Casdell before. My grocery store was a fairly popular one. The man nicknamed Shopkeep rubs his hands, eyeing me with the ingratiation, sorry. His dagger is equipped with an auxiliary Originum Arts control apparatus. Never an affordable piece of kit. Shame it isn't all new, dagger itself included. Bro's ingratiated in me, man. You must be part of the royal court, yes? I can tell by your regalia. I take it you're the child of soil and stone. So he hasn't the first clue about any court at all. I am the Banshee. A boy Banshee? I thought Banshees were meant to be all girls. Correct. Huh? Never heard about any boy Banshee while I was in Casimir's. Not that I mean to be impolite, or, you know. Paprika, you're friends with the celebrities like him and you never told us. So, I wonder if there's any connection there to like the Bene Gesserit there. With Banshees, you know? Do they speak incantations with the voice as well, yeah? Do they? Do they all do that, or is it just, no, I don't know if we know each other. Are you moving things? Inside their truck, I noticed an uncovered spot where a few blood-streaked crystals are poking out. They'll do that on their flutes. Yeah, I was wondering if it's because it's giving me a bit of a vibe of the Bene Gesserit from Dune, like, you know, and using the voice. Where are you transporting these goods to? Aren't these ritual materials? I don't really know how to explain. We're just patrolling along our route map because some art circles might be a little damaged, and we need to repair them. Pardon me. Do you want some cheese and broccoli pasta? Sounds pretty fucking banging, yeah, babe? I'm down. The doctor makes brief eye contact with me. I have some inkling, a Sarkaz truck, a vehicle that can take us through the battlefield. With Amia's current condition, we won't be rendezvousing with the main unit on foot. I can sense Ascalon all set to go in the shadows, ready to strike at the amateur squad before us. But evidently, the doctor already has a better idea. Noble Banshee, sire, we won't cross the battlefield alive at this rate. I beg you, just let us go. I can comprehend the doctor's gist, but I'm really not well versed when it comes to this. I commandeer your transport squadron. We're on a special mission to the utmost nature, but we're assailed en route. For your assistance, I will memorialize you forevermore. It'd be our honor to serve a member of the royal court, your highness. It's just being memorialized by a death-tolling banshee doesn't seem like much of a fortune. Could you... Here is your payment. Thank you. Coins that McCann is stuffed in my bag. Thank you, sire. For our transport duty, I'll explain to you your superiors afterwards. Special mission. Why bring these two outbloods along? They're my captives. Captives? But you, Okay, but once this is over, you guys are gonna come see General Manfred with me. For now, we'll go sort out some positions. Did she buy that? The doctor comes to my side, voice grave. Logos, figure out a car for Ascalon too. You'll do it now. Canal Rosie, you texting in fucking gibberish. The Confessari attack was no simple one. They and the vampire were working together, but in the process, they estranged Amir from the ship. Doctor, are you worrying? Closure and the Self-Salvation Corps troops don't have any suitable combat personnel between them. Calcit's wounded, Shining's powerful, but the Confessari are sure to have methods prepared just for her. I understand. The state Amir's in may not be curable with medication. What she needs most right now, before she comes to, is not to fall into the Confessari line of sight. Operating under this squad support will be safer. I'll get Ascalon to back up Calcit. We've got you here. Besides... The doctor looks at the sanguine art circles. A pit forms in their stomach. Say no more. I know far too well. These crystals aren't just simple originium. Anguish hangs o'er.
Keep track of my position. I'm ready to strike.
Oh no. Oh no, it's these guys. The range bombardier attacks with ammunition that explodes after delay, dealing AoE physical damage will be reborn as a touch of the Sanguinarch upon being defeated. Oh, okay, these are the same guys, I think. I don't think Have I ever seen these guys? I think I'm cooked. She's about to get fucking blasted, isn't she? Oh, that was quick, brother. That was quick. Shit was all fucking halfway maxed up.
Confidence and don't look back. Seeing me again means you're safe.
Fuck. Okay. Okay. She can't take it, can she? Okay. Come back to Haruka being bombed. Yeah, she got fucking obliterated, bro. That was fucked up.
どんなやつなんでしょうね。聞いてるか。レンチなき者は収めがたし。
We could have done with fast redeploy, maybe.
あまり待たせぬ足元を見てください。
Arrived at designated position.
Fuck. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've got to think that through.
撤退せよ。
Maybe fast redeploy might actually fucking be useful, man. Yeah? No?
Embark.
I don't know if you take it this way. I think. I was hoping maybe I could have got my monster quick enough for him to.
あまり待たせと隠せないわ。
Yeah, she had to be the sacrifice.
This execution is not worth witnessing.
This is not the vibe. This is not the vibe. Plan's already gone tits up. Yeah, that ain't working. I think maybe a fast redeploy might be quite useful, yeah. Mudrock carried in chapter 13 gameplay.
Seeing me again means you're safe.
Yeah, Calcit's been great for artillery. Okay. I ain't got Mudrock. Minoga.
死にはおのずから安息の地がある。
接敵、即戦即決する。
Hold up a second. Curious to see what happens if nobody's on field. Oh, he just instantly, what's it?
They will cough up some useful
Yeah, okay.
information.
聞いてるけど。
Okay, alright. Okay, so I was wondering if it had reset, if there's nobody on field.
Sometimes getting messy is a spice.
Mud
of cooking
MVP.
and life. Wash it out, and the walk will be good as new.
Follow me. Should just track with fast redeploys. Yeah, so I was thinking fast redeploys might be kind of useful here.
何するか決まった。
Not gonna lie.
心理准备。待会我动起手来，场面可能会有点过激。
I don't know if you're gonna
ど
shit.
うすれば誰かが気づく前にあなたの死体を影に沈めてあげる。 モンスター座標についた。
Okay, at least you just gotta survive that first watch, innit? Yeah, and you're good to go. Okay, I think yeah, just cheeky fast redeploy probably help, won't it?
それに足る他の何
I'm
か
gonna
を
get gravel
犠牲
out.
にすれば
I'm gonna get gravel out, man. Let gravel deal with that. Once you pass that first one, it's just back to normal, right?
失敗の代価を支払うことを選ぶつもり。
Might let Hoshiguma go for
好きにしなさい。
gravel, maybe.
You want to go together?
Together? Together? Do you know how the targeting works with the artillery? Yeah, it's the highest block. The highest block. Well, I want this first one gone first, so I can
敵もまたしかり。
I can when you've got same block count, last place takes it, yeah. Right? She survived long enough.
My rats.
Okay.
あまり待たせと隠せないわ。
I
with me.
Holy shit.
What's this at once?
Monster's getting clapped over there, bro.
Cover up. Each secret
Oh fuck, what are these? What do they do? Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Fuck, he's cooked. He's cooked. He's cooked. Let's pull in. They just take damage over time. Are they just taking damage? Those.
Got this. Focus elsewhere.
Fuck man, I'm taking some serious damage over here, man. These guys are causing me issues, man. Well, this is a bit hecky, isn't it? This? It's a bit hecky. A lot going on. Oh, fuck, I didn't even spot the leak. What did it actually leak? I didn't see what I was doing. I missed even the leak. Was it one of them little... Was it the aerial thing? Wasn't it? Was it aerial or was it a little sluggy slug? Was it one of the little worm slugs? Sorry, I'm just watching the gameplay back. Okay, far am I beyond? Oh, I see him. Yeah. I didn't spot him. Shit. I didn't even spot him, you know. Not gonna lie. Little bastards.
Defeat? That's just the end of Act 1!
Yeah, I was planning to bring in you or something. I was just trying to hold off a little bit. Okay. Alright, we just survived that first bit and then the rest of the stage is,
Ah, the parade's here!
Fan. It's fan. Alright. Alright. Monster. Oh, might be cooked here. Already? Nah, we good. We alright. Excuse me. Alright, okay. Let's see how things go.
What's this monster?
Yo, I'm gonna drop you in front actually. We'll put Lazy down. 2 secs, babe. I'm gonna take a bit of heat off you, boy. Actually, get them killed quickly. Come on. Come on. Get them killed, man. Let's get them off. Let's get them out of here. That's become a problem. It's become a problem. We need to filter these out quick. It might be messy. Fuck. 2 secs. I think my food's ready. We need to get some more damage down there quickly, man, so we could clear them guys out. Doesn't you skill give me 1 block? I'm not worried about that. It's more just needed to get rid of him quick. But we didn't. Because
mess up a dish.
it's them things that give me the extra block as well, you know? What I fucking call, you know, them little
wash it out.
these things.
Block will be good as new.
You know, get these killed, them giving you multiple extra block, ain't they? Oh, I'm just gonna put this on quickly while I'm having some to eat. Literally, be 2 minutes. I want to be able to the entire thing. I just want to eat this. I'm starving, boys. I'm starving.
Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, what up? Welcome. It is that time. The gnome himself has decided to speak
What the
up,
fuck?
rehash stuff from over a month ago. So it's time to grab our popcorn and get ready into some silly season. Once again, you have been stepping on my toes when I have been pretty silent about you, Mr. St. Tontus. It's time for me to switch out the slippers for
This is what I said to V before. What I said to V before, is that it don't matter if you engage or ignore Mr. Rat. He'll attack you anyway.
some
You know what I mean?
steel-cap
He'll
boots
attack you
and
anyway.
kick your 5'1", small-ass, hands-having, fat-faced midget ass out of here. Okay? You proceeded yesterday.
Monster hitting
to
Calci,
make
Calci,
another
Healing Monster,
video
World
about me,
Simulation.
rehashing drama from over a month ago. And in that video, proceeded to call me the crazy obsessed ex. The utter irony. Bro,
Oh,
out
yeah.
here rehashing stuff from way over a month ago, bro. Oh, look. She said
I had the wrong screen. That's what I have to do. With OBS. For some reason with Arknights, if I display capture it stutters. So, but I use display capture for everything. So I had to game capture with Arknights. That means then you can only see Arknights as a full screen application. I have to either drag it over onto my virtual monitor or just close it down and put up what's it.
all these things and she's not doing them. Oh, look. You claim, Saint, you're making this massive claim that I have gotten cold feet about pursuing legal matters with you. Well, let's just say you would know all about feet, wouldn't you? What? Yeah, let's just say you know a thing or two about that, wouldn't you? Yeah, let's just, it writes itself. It just.
What's the context of this conversation though? What is bro just saying? I'll give you permission to sell feet pics. What was they talking about, man?
Writes itself. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's, yikes. Yeah, there's no wonder why his #1 sub-gifter is called You Know Foot Lover, right? Let's just
What did I say? What did I say? I said I wonder if he was like, yo, my boy will give you lots of money. Let's sort it out.
say that. Bro said he's okay with this girl selling himself online. That's crazy, right? So let's just settle the truth. Let's just settle the truth. Need I I remind you that a few weeks ago, I went on a trip. Oh, this was towards you? Yes. Need I remind you, a few weeks ago, I went on a trip to see some other CC friends. And this man can't help himself but to pull up my photos and to pull up streams I was on so that he could once again body shame me, pulling up my tweets with everyone, posting it in his server just so he could body shame me. And this was when I decided to go and see some new content creator friends for the first time. But apparently, I am supposed to be the obsessed, scorned, bitter ex. Me, the irony, once again, of this all happening. Satonus, you...
Thing is, Saint's default is being bitter. Bro's bitter at life, man. You can tell. Just the way he looks and the way he looks after himself. Something's happened to him when you look at his old pictures, right? You know, Bro look upkept. I'm not even saying he was like, I know some people are like, oh, he was good looking. I think he's way better looking than what he is now. But like, dude's bitter at something. You know what I mean?
Other one who cannot keep me out of your mouth.
Bro, she spent all the time she did practice exotic quick swap on the treadmill. Maybe she would lose some fucking weight. Jesus Christ, bro. She spent so long trying to do this shit. It was unreal. What an absolute waste of time when this is the end result.
I never said...
I don't know why. Bro's even attacking him for a gameplay. Because like, obviously we're going back into the game a step. When she ever said she was like a demon on the sticks, like I've never heard Cap once claim I'm the person to come to for that sort of content. Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck, back in the day when I think they were together, they did that video where he was learning how to clear the tower, right? It's like, why would you go to somebody who is just trying to get better at the game? It's never claimed to be the guy and then try and say she's not that guy from the guy who claimed to be that guy and was proven to not be that guy. You know?
Any personal attack against him? I never said anything that bad, but he decides to...
World. Anyway, back to the gameplay. Oh, what the fuck? If tab not working. Yeah, alright.
The mung bean
Yeah,
soup
boy.
is already simmering.
Yeah, boy.
Whether you want your beans intact or fully dissolved depends on how quickly you return.
You see people having a convo without speaking to each other. The stream is funny sometimes. Weird, wonderful world of the internet, eh?
So long as you're here.
I'm just gotta keep Monster alive now. Love me. Love me. Come on, I need that shit. Hurry up.
Arrived at designated position.
Patience, friend. Heat control is everything.
Fuck. I needed him in earlier. Let's not put you down. Let's not put you down. I was hoping I could clear them out quick enough to... I was getting too much plus block points there.
Let's go.
We could just clear them out a different way, man. I thought we could try it that way. Oh shit. See, dude, I fucking really need to get this fixed. I'm sick of having to keep doing this when I switch between doing stuff. Pisses me off. Should be smooth now. Should be smooth now. Hypergryph. Google Play Games. Whoever the fuck it is, fix it. It's gotta be Google Play Games. Pretty sure anyway. I don't think it does it on neither emulator. To be fair. Is he smooth now, is he? Could be good now. But me. Should be nice now. Should be nice. It should actually be nice.
designated position.
Arrived. Ooh, nearly leaked. Nearly leaked. I'm gonna have to get a your boy OPP in here. I'm gonna have to get your boy OPP in here. Alright, Bucko. Alright, Bucko. I know that might be a problem, man. It might be a problem, but we have to rejig some of our deploys down, because unless we put bro here.
What's the situation?
This execution
Limbus
is
fly.
not worth it.
Okay. Get away, worm! This is a bit of a mess. This is a bit of a mess, man. It's a little bit of a clusterfuck. This is. Maybe poor Haruka, man. These guys going to be a problem. These flying things. They're just going to stall and stay there until they die. What's the deal with them? They just stay over a unit then. They do, yeah. I don't know exactly what their mechanic is. I don't know. Do I need to, Once might need a bit of help. Should be okay here, right? Should be in time. 15 seconds, yeah, we got enough time. We got you anyway, in case. Yeah, we're good. We should actually maybe kill these all before round. We just need to kill these now, don't we? Otherwise, it's going to be on us anyway. Monster all alone on the front going, I got this. Only thing to complain about is your colours. Fuck anyway with the colours. I'm banning the word colours from our chat, I am. I'm gonna do wings of it. No, not a wing of it. I'm gonna do a Saint on. That's even anyway. Trying to pull them up. Bucko. What is it saying to say? Are we talking about more colours in my stream? Let me see your colours in your stream. Send me pictures now. That's what he likes to do. He wants top list pictures of men, doesn't he? So he can prove he's better looking than them. That's what he says he's for. Do you know what the cruelest thing in the world is? Neither total darkness nor endless torment, nor a dark alley filled with murderers. It is when a gentle hand pulls you out of a nightmare, just as you thought it was over, and all the pain would come to an end. Only for you to realise that salvation was just a cruel joke, a brief respite before falling further into darkness. Hope. Even greater suffering is gazing upon you within a stone's throw. And you are powerless before eat such mockery. Everybody's getting like a little bit of an introspective moment, aren't they? I'm liking the inner monologues, man. Banning colours, racist. Delphine, do you want to join us? The Duke of Windermere's coffin is being transported to the approaching battleships. Some of the refugees have taken it upon themselves to organise a funeral procession in their gratitude. She keeps looking at the place where her mother had fallen, even though any trace of blood is long gone. May not be a good idea to invite her now. I'm already starting to regret it. Can you thank them for me, Vina? I want to stay here a while longer. What did they say to you? Nothing. I'll just stay for a little longer and cool my head. The sword guards boarded the late arriving escort fleet. Most of them kept silent while the nobles panicked. A moment's weakness when I tried to help that soldier. The vampire reached out his hand, whether it was an obvious trap or not. Mother was wounded because of it. Broken formation and fallen soldiers. Sword guards do not defend their duke. Their only goal is to fulfill their mission. They faced a foe powerful beyond their imagination. Delphine. The staff officers think there was too much personal sentiment in this reckless operation and never supported it. They must believe that I'm the reason Mother died. A hero should not die for the weak. And they're right. I gaze at the late arriving battleships, their standards flying high. For some reason, I'm reminded of Allerdale. I've cleaned your wounds as best I can, Lady Delphine. This is all I can do with the limited amount of medicine available. Thank you, Doctor. I must go. The General Staff have ordered all troops to report back. I've left behind some things that belong to you. These were the Duke's gifts to you, and you have her sword. This may sound impudent, but I hope that you will come back to the ironclad glaive with us. Whatever the senior officers say, nothing can change the fact that you are the heir to the title of Duke Windermere. Think about it. Right now I just want some quiet. Pull up YouTube views if you don't get 2 billion views per video. You fell off! Thanks for being so maliciously gay without him. How are things? They took a bunch of people, but many more remain. So, that rough mum really... Yes. Ironic, isn't it? The Duke has trained her officers well. Even now, the General Staff of Windermere continued to plot the next course of action according to the plan. But... what about Delphine? It seems like the snobbish officers are planning to abandon her. Who are they? I don't know. I'm even worried what they might do to Delphine as the heir. As the heir. Heir? She's not ready. Duke Windermere was a strong leader. Her sword guards, her general staff, they all served the greater good of Victoria alone. But she herself, she made an admirable, reckless decision for the sake of her daughter. That decision saved a bunch of lives though, didn't it? I'm not criticising her, I respect her. But it means that Delphine is being abandoned by what her mother, Duke Windermere, built on her own. Oh. What do we do now? They took some of the refugees. Can we really trust them? Do we follow the tales of the nobles in the coming battle? They didn't take everyone. That's not right. This one ship could take everyone. There's no reason that so many battleships couldn't. Uh-oh. What's that movement? I thought the ship's engines were out. The window. Dust rises from the escort fleet that only has just rendezvoused with us. They're sailing away. Delphine. She stands on the deck where her mother left this world, holding her mother's sword in her arms, as she did before I went below. The wind sweeps at her short hair. Her solitude makes her look even smaller than she is. What's going on? I grab her shoulder. Only then does she come out of her stupor. I see none of the anger, fear or sorrow that I expected to see. She's wearing barely any emotion at all. Only calm, flat disappointment, and a quiet so deep it is painful to see. They're gone. Her voice trembles a little, but it's still too calm. There are civilians down below waiting to see the Duke of Windermere's coffin off. Those bastards didn't mind running innocent people over. What's going on? It wasn't part of the orders. Maybe there was a miscommunication. We still have a few good IVFs. We need to head back to Ironclad Glaive and get confirmation. I've never gazed upon the tail of a battleship so intently. Ridiculous. Excuse me. I really do hope we get to, obviously I know we've got, fucking nomadic stuff in Enfield, but it'd be cool that, because like, some of the images we saw from the earlier Enfield stuff, right, it was, you know, we've got some cool looking stuff. I hope we get to explore some like derelicts and ruins, you know, wreckages of potential either nomadic stuff like that, or even maybe like, you know, battleships and stuff. That'd be fucking cool. The marks that rain of blood left on our clothes is a lingering reminder of the cruel attack. Several hours have passed since we left the Duke of Windermere's flagship. Bad news keeps coming. We did a head count as we left the ship. Dr. Amir and Ascalon were not there. We only had time to do a brief search, which came up empty. All I can do is keep faith in their strength. For some reason, I think back to Amir's lean shoulders. Sorrow and helplessness are luxuries that this group can no longer afford. Stop dawdling. I really can't go any further. I'll whip you if I have to. I doubt there are no nomadic cities in Talos. Seska is floating on a pheromone. I think there isn't though. I think there is a nomadic city, isn't there though? I thought there was anyway. Welcome to Enfield, because the game's going to hear us soon. Get up. Stay with the armor if you want to live. I need to catch my breath, sir. I have a condition. No dawdling. This isn't just about your life. Just slapped him with a lollipop. Hands off, Norport Hoodlum. I'm carrying out my orders. They're not trained soldiers. They've been at forced march for 5 straight hours. They don't have any strength left. I mean, floating city is a nomadic city in a way. Yo, Reldon, what's up, dude? Which is like, we saw stuff from the old Enfield stuff, right? Where there was clearly stuff that looked either nomadic or potentially battleship, big-ass moving shit anyway, where it looked like there was. It was like ruins and stuff, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I want to see proper full-on sailing across the desert and so maybe we'll see something like that when we get to this potential desert region. Then they can lie down and die. We're trying to save their lives. Everything can still be salvaged if we make it back to Ironclad Glaive. It's Galavay, isn't it? I need to stop and rest. I said, it's not just for them, it's for you too, Ensign. I know your condition. Not many soldiers were left behind. I know almost all of you are infected. Shut up. I'll let that slide. This once. You're Duke Windermere's man. Do not let your actions defile her memory. Wait. Infection. A curse I fear more than any other. Catch up to the ship that abandoned them. Hide the growing black crystals under the bandage. Fool yourself. I'm sorry, it's just... Don't say that blasted word. I'm fine. I'm fine. I said to keep a low profile on the Barons and avoid drawing Sarkaz's attention. Sir, It's getting dark. Civilians trying to keep up with you need to rest, Lieutenant. No, we continue the march as planned. We can reach Hill 31 by midnight at our current pace. Yeah, we was just there, Eldon, yeah. I think we'll see some when we go outside of the Civ band. Yeah, potentially, yeah. The nomadic cities were due to originate in storms, catastrophes, which do not exist on Talos 2 yet. It could be argued, though. It could potential reasons for that. That could be a thing on a city where you're trying to colonize, if you will, and being an advanced society, because obviously they are not like our civilizations have evolved. They've gone to a planet. It kind of and they seem to be resource hungry. You know, you could work into it to make sense if they write it well, to have something like that moves around and has reasons to outside of the Civ band, right, other than catastrophes for whatever reason. You know, we really don't know much about Talos, do we really? So, you know. I'm hoping to see some Sky region in the future, because in the Delver of the Cryptic, yes, dude, like, I still want to see I want to be able to explore stuff like that, because that fucking region, you know, where it's like the quarry in the sky. Beautiful. Gorgeous. We'll re-establish communication with the Ironclad Gallivay there. Only once we're in touch with the nomadic fortress are we truly safe. If we wait until morning, I doubt this group is ready to face Sarkaz, and you're the ranking officer and de facto commander here, and the ship's doctor. You know as well as I do they're trying to catch a fast battleship with their own feet and a few tanks. I respect your decision, Lieutenant, but we don't even know where those battleships left. If they didn't respond to your hails at the time, why do you think that they will think the fortress will open its gates to us? I checked on the group. We have less than 3 companies of combat-effective soldiers and nearly 1,000 refugees following in tow. By the time the march that you had in this mind is done, there'll be less than 20% left. Vina, right? Listen. He avoids my gaze. I mean, 20% of your soldiers, and none of the refugees. Sir. I need not hear what they're saying. I saw what happened. Someone bled his last in the long, silent wall of people. He left behind a long trail of blood mixed in with the mud. Lieutenant's silence hardly lasts 2 breaths. Slow down a little. We'll keep going. Idiot. You just boxed him. My fist leaves its mark on his face. I heard a crisp sound. I think I dislocated his jaw. He quickly puts his jaw back in place. Damn. He must have dealt with this sort of thing a lot. You assaulted a soldier, hooligan. I could have you executed according to Victorian service law. You... Stand up. You could try to execute me, or we can keep going. The fist is a solution that can only be used once in a while. So now, no dawdling. Dagda, Morgan, and Inja stand in front of the soldiers on edge. Civilians surround us silently. It reminds me of how we used to fight turf wars on the streets. Stand down. Do not open fire. They called you Siege, didn't they? They were telling stories that you're actually highborn or something. And with that accent. I'm a hooligan, leader of the Glasgow gang. Fine, I don't care. Listen, I'm a soldier who has pledged his loyalty to the Duke of Windermere. My duty is to fulfill the mission handed down by my commander. British problem solving. I'm waiting for you to wipe the blood from your mouth. Give up. Your elbow is about to dislocate. Some sacrifices are acceptable in order to protect the many. And just who are the many? Have you taken a good look at who you are leading? Frightened soldiers, silent civilians, and the infected, the wounded. The people standing around us. They are the many? I'd had enough. I want to tell them, those who escaped hell in Norport, I'm still looking out for them. There's still someone who cares about them. Might makes right. Law of the streets, Lieutenant. I'm telling you now that they're going to make camp here, and they're going to rest. We must reconsider our course of action. If we're cut off from the main force at Ironclad Gallivay, everyone is going to die when we run into the Sarkaz. Every last one. Enough. Don't insult the memory of the Duke of Windermere anymore, Lieutenant Shearer. You still think you're part of her army. How could you... Delphine clutches the hilt of her sword. It surprises me, even more than it surprises Lieutenant Shearer. She's surprised and angry. Is she showing that she actually might be ready? I'm suddenly reminded that he had provided medical aid to everyone on the ship before Ironclad Gallivay abandoned us. Delphine, your clothes and the sword. Damn. Now, like, look, obviously, her mom is a fucking MILF. She looks kind of sick wearing that, to be fair. A little big for me, isn't it? But I need you all to hear me out. Kind of vibing with it. Is the lieutenant leaving? Yes, they formed a small squad and picked the tank in the best condition. He can leave at any time. That squad will travel light and quick. They can reach the marked location before dawn. You put those clothes on. Maybe what they represent still means something to someone. I've spoken to my troops, Lady Delphine. They will follow your orders until I return. For the last time, my lady, You're the heir to Windermere. No matter what happens, you should come with us. Sorry, but I must stay. This was my promise to the people. They need to know that Victoria has not abandoned them. They need this hope to keep going. We can only trust each other now. We must trust each other. If the departure of the escorts was just a misunderstanding or a mutiny by a few, then iron-clad Gallivay will welcome us, whether I'm there or not. And if not, the lieutenant's eyelid twitches. Delphine's words are certainly subversive. My presence will only make things worse. At least you'll live. My lady, it's not my own hide that I'm concerned. They let me go the first time, perhaps out of respect for my mother, perhaps out of a sense of pity, but they won't give me a second chance. I trust my comrades and the officers' loyalty to the Duke. Please take this locating beacon, Lady Delphine. I promise to bring back good news. As for you, the man gazes calmly at me. I clench my fist, preparing for a sucker punch. He's just ready to fucking clap him. You've got some hard knuckles. Take care of Lady Delphine. Cheers, Lieutenant. Getting ready to sucker punch him, you know. Siege. We checked up on the refugees from Norport. Perhaps the Duke of Windermere had given orders behind our backs. Things were chaotic when we boarded the ship, and we couldn't find the one who executed the order. Regardless, their screening was impeccable. There's no sign of infection amongst the refugees in the group. Now, oh, look at the tank. Is that a tank, or is it just it's not a tank, is it? It's just a support vehicle by the looks of it, yeah. I look in the direction where the lieutenant departed. Of course, many soldiers who fought amidst the Sarkaz witchcraft are showing acute infection symptoms. These soldiers got a repetitive fight in the Sarkaz. How could their comrades just abandon them like that? It's an old military tradition, not strictly Victorian one. It's the same in Casimir's, Ursus, Gaul. The infected are not allowed in camps. More conscientious commanders might put the infected in their own unit and send them on the most dangerous missions. But for the military, there's far too much uncertainty in the infected and their uncontrolled arts. Some must have resisted. No one ever succeeded. Looking back on history, the infected make up a relatively small portion of armies in times of war. Acceptable losses in exchange for stability on the front lines. It's even in the textbooks of the Royal Military Academy. It's just the honourable martyrs who died for the glorious foundation. Ooh. CD now? No. No need to get violent, ladies. I'm here to talk. It might be what they call a tank. Potentially. First, let me make clear that the death of Her Grace Duke Windermere has nothing to do with the part of Victoria that I serve. In fact, I bring my sincerest condolences, Lady Delphine. My own position aside, I believe she glowed brighter than any hero on the battlefield of the Four Emperors. But now, who will fill the gap that her death leaves behind? Who can step up to take her place in the grand strategic theatre? Duke Wellington is an accomplished soldier, but we all know he has no intention of giving his all. Duke Casta has her hands full coordinating everything. Frankly, the death of the Duke Windermere is a big problem. You sure got the news quickly, didn't you? Well, it's my business to know. You'd be familiar with their line of work. What are you here for? I suggest you think carefully about the next words coming out of your mouth. Flowers for the hero, Lady Windermere, and a gift of rations and ammunition. In exchange for... You know full well, Your Royal Highness. Scrap of metal known as the Sires of Kings. To be honest, I have no use for this sword, personally. You want to trade? Sure. My conditions are simple. Take that damnable stone of the sword of yours and bring it to the front lines where the storm blows the fiercest, where the fire falls the hardest. You can get lost if your plan is to keep this sword safely in the rear to prop up a tent for kings and nobles to drink tea beneath. If you really will bring this thing to the lines and provide shelter for Victoria's warriors, citizens and the poor souls who have lost their homes, if it is a shelter for all, whether the son of a blacksmith or the daughter of a teacher, whether they take pay in the name of Victoria or carry weapons of their own making, then by all means you can have this piece of metal. Come to me with the stone of the sword, Trilby Asher. I promise that I will never fall behind you on the front lines, not by a single step. Oh my. This is beyond my discretion. I'm just an envoy. After all, Her Grace the Duke of Castor has the final decision. Then go to your master. Come back to me once you have the answer from my dear aunt. I'll do my best, Your Royal Highness, Alexandrina. But this is just a promise on a personal level. What follows now is off the record. Some personal opinions, not of Trilby Asher, but of Sir Suffolk of Bellingham. A new voice is not necessarily a bad thing. You've taken in infected soldiers. Well, and many more civilians. The point stands. It's all good and fine, but it's not enough. You need an army. Your own army. An army with a place for them. I'm surprised. Perhaps it's Castor's trick. Castor trick. He's encouraging me to form my own reunion. Looks like you really did turn off your sound recorder. Can't do it for too long. Colleagues start getting suspicious, you know? My grandmother was executed after getting infected in the War of the Four Nations. When she left, she told me he's got a sound recorder. Like a little body, like basically a body cam but for sound. Just making me think, you know, when you see police officers who turn off the body cam. Oh, he's definitely not up to no good. When she left, she told me with a laugh that there was less than 3% chance of getting Erypathy in battle. It was only when I inherited the title and looked through the records in the archives that I learned the 3% figure has been in use for centuries. It's never changed, even though we're using more Originium machines and more complex Originium arts in modern warfare. Perhaps you haven't noticed because all you can see is a small corner of the battlefield. Certainly, the Dukes haven't noticed because they have their sights set way too far away, but I have. The infection problem in the Victorian army is serious on an unprecedented scale. Everyone exercises restraint in conflict between civilized nations. No one wants their camp to be filled with ticking living time bombs or sees a dirty city covered in Originium dust. But now, their enemy is the Sarkas. If you really mean to do this siege, and it has the potential to be a good thing for your reputation, for my career, perhaps even for our country. Thanks for the concern, but my friends and I know the infected better than you do. We'll be fine. Very well. Oh, by the way, I have some scrap equipment here that nobody wants or cares about. Leftovers, you know? You can have them. It's all trash after all. Farewell then. I love their design. The Trilby Asher design's so fucking cool, man. How much do you believe him? I would rather believe that even someone like him could not stay out of this conflict. What did he leave behind? A recording and coordinates? This sound. Buzz. Need support. Shetley. Surrounded. Tempest platoon. Requesting aid. I've really been enjoying this chapter so far, man. It's been brilliant. He's the best Trilby Asher. He's very funny in the Kenji event. He's decent. Well, of course it is, yeah. If she, it's obvious when it comes to, like I said, the machinations of people within Victoria. It's sort of just what happened with Delphine, right? Everybody's vying for to benefit out of the situation for themselves, isn't he? So getting inserting support behind her would be good, and having infected there would be beneficial as well, because as he said, they're fighting an enemy now that will cast you know, a shadow of the infected across everybody the fight. It's not like two powers who are just trying to vie for territory and power. You've got an army that's going to use a myriad of different means and potentially almost like, you know, chemical warfare in a sense. So like having infected on your side is it is a good thing, right? Not only one, everybody you can get together is going to benefit you, but also, as I said, like fighting the Sarkas, lots of people are going to come out infected anyway. Do you know what I mean? So not only are you building a growing power base that's probably actually in a better place to fight them, but also inevitably when the other places fight them and get cast out, you're the perfect space to just eat up more of those people, aren't you? Soldiers from the different dukes end up fighting the Sarkas, get infected, get exiled. You're the perfect group for them to join then. And you can just keep growing from there, can't you? Alright, 2 seconds, chat. Just gotta go for a pee. Back in a sec. The chapter first showed up, you wanted so badly for Mandragora to show up since it was trying to gather 3 previous chapters. Oh, his music's going in. Oh, sheesh.
We can save each other.
Oh, sweet! Fuck yeah.
Contract as a token of you approving how we cooperate. Can I get back to work now, Doctor?
Oh my days, is that what she sounds like? I didn't expect it to sound like that. Okay. Fuck yeah. Let's go, boys! Let's go. Alright, 13-6. What we got here? Ooh, God. We make miracles. Well, it looks like we've got no artillery. I mean, maybe bring a bit of whole action, man. Kind of feeling it. When in his work together, maybe.
Go right ahead at any moment. I'll be there.
You got Belle Delphine, nice. Free Victorian cat. Don't want you to know that the cats in Arknights are free. You can just take them home. The cat distribution system at work. Yeah, it's fucking. I love this about this game, man. Just getting units like this. I was the first to see the scout. While I scouted the silent government buildings next to the plaza on the other bank, his dead body drifting in the water, still grabbing the reeds by the bank. It seems he never gave up trying to survive. Not far from him, his journal lay quietly in a waterproof pouch. Last entry written before his departure. I volunteered for this mission to deliver the SOS. I won't come back, whether I succeed or fail. No one will survive. I love these like close-ups and, you know, the like I say, the inner monologues and stuff like. His journal indicates that the defenders of Chetley are in dire straits. See the crossing on the other side. The ferries have been sunk. Horn's squad has been completely cut off from the outside. 2 days ago, this soldier tried to cross the river under the cover of darkness, but was shot by the Sarkaz patrolling on the opposite bank. There is no word from the troops that were garrisoned in the city hall. The soldier's journal made me uneasy. 23 soldiers, 2 squads. Other than the city hall, silent in the darkness, the rest of the buildings around the plaza had been reduced to smouldering ruins by artillery fire. At least the tragedy hammers one thing. No one can truly escape the death on the battlefield. The Camus River runs to the east and north side of the plaza. The crossing to the east is under Sarkaz control. The lights coming from the south should be the Sarkaz camp. They've holed up in the city hall for more than 2 weeks. If the journal is accurate, the last bridge that connects the city hall to the residential district on the other side of the north bank was attacked no less than 2 days ago. It's possible that they're cut off from all supplies. Out of ammo, out of food. What do we do? If we have the time to worry about that here, we might as well just cross the river and see for ourselves. We can't just cross without a plan, Hannah, if we're discovered. Actually, Hannah's words made me think. We've been unable to reach Horn's squad by radio. Restoring communications is our first priority. Me, Hannah, Morgan and Dagda will swim across the river and see what's the situation inside the city hall. It's too dangerous, Vina. You realise that we're the best people for this job. The only people for this job. We're Rhodes Island operators. Small squad, Spec Ops is our game. And we're Norport gangsters who know how to get into a place and get back out again unnoticed. We have a few volunteer soldiers and civilians who want to offer their support for the legendary Tempest platoon. There are only so many people we can bring. We need people to stay behind for a defence. Lieutenant Shearer gone. With Lieutenant Shearer gone, sorry. I can't hear what Vina is saying. Is this a bad joke by Trilby Asher? Or is this how the battlefield is? The call for help, deciding whether to answer, and the sacrifices that must be made to help. The laws of the battlefield. I know what you're thinking, Delphine. There are personal sentiments involved. But I can't ignore the SOS. They're good soldiers, and they'll be of help if they're still alive. Alright, I trust your judgment. As well, that's a good thing for them, because that's one thing that they can, I guess, show that the other parts aren't, and they're starting to actually show the opposite now, right? Because it's happening, is that they're willing to sacrifice and risk themselves, not just for uninfected soldiers, but for infected soldiers, while other parts of the military are casting aside infected and non-infected alike when it suits them, right? Of course, sometimes that's in conflict. It's a practical decision to make to achieve victory and stuff, but for the people on the ground, it's going to make them see one side as a potential saviour through air, and the other side as willing to do whatever it takes to you know, just benefit themselves. And the people who actually go and die for them and get infected don't even matter. Alright, I trust your judgment. Stay behind with these men, Delphine. We need to keep watch. If you lose our signal, take them and get them out of here. Alright. Come back alive. Okay, we're on the bank. Keep your eyes out for any patrols. Man, just imagine a linear box price game, you know, set in this conflict of like a lower ranking soldier, and it just being like an action game. I think that'd be quite cool. I do, you know, experiencing this conflict multitude of different things throughout the games, right? Potentially meeting some of the characters from the story along the way. You know, in little bits here and there. Two Sarkas standing guard at the crossing. One to Hannah's 3 o'clock, another in the building. Roger. Draw the attention of the first, and Hannah and I will do this together. 3, 2, 1, go. That'd be so cool, just like, you know, just like being like a crossbowman, and like it's just an action, like, you know, like a, even like it could be an action adventure cover-based shooter or something. Do you know what I mean? And like you're just a low-level grunt, really. You have like a thing that you've got to do in the story, and the game could like that story could intermix with some of the stuff that's happening. Sometimes you don't see the characters, sometimes you maybe even meet the characters, but like, you know what I mean? And that'd be kind of cool, man. It's a little self-contained story. The light in the window goes out. All is well. Wait, a fell beast. A black fell beast flies out of the hut at the crossing, flies a circle above, and then heads towards the Sarkas camp. Vina. An agile shadow leaps across the moonlight from the roof of the hut and grabs the fell beast. Got it. A military fell beast. You spooked it, Hannah. Sorry, I didn't notice. No sign of Sarkas at the city hall. Lots of bodies on the plaza, but it's too dark to identify them. Ready to go in? It's almost got like a western front look to it, hasn't it? This background as well. I see the bridge that connects the residential district. The barricades on the other side of the bridge are blocking the view. Go to the top of the city hall. Try to get a better vantage. Roger. The entrance has been boarded up. Over here, a gap has been blown in the west wall. Wide enough for us to go in. Good. Do you see Horn's squad? Not yet. Stop. Something's moving. Radio silence. There's a crossbowman in the building watching the residential district. Allegiance unknown. Watch for my sign. What's the sound on this frequency? Who? The signal goes silent. I did not hear anything from them for the next 10 minutes. How many men in the building? What's the situation with the surrounding troops? Has Venus' group been discovered? Completely in the dark. Crouched in the dirt on the banks, I feel my heart beat harder with every throb. The heartbeats merge into the river, resonating with the flow, growing faster and stronger. I see you. They've been discovered. Someone's waving from the top of the building. The moon at her back. It's Nina? Siege here. Horn, Tempest platoon, do you hear me? Let's go. We got your SOS. We've confirmed your location. The bridgehead at the residential district on the other side. We're coming to help. Hear cheers coming from the radio. You did it. Sorry about that. The men are excited for our first bit of support. We should be able to talk normally now. Horn, we can help your squad evacuate. Thanks, but we're not evacuating. There's something in this town that the Sarkas want, and they won't abandon their assault. The nearest Victorian battalion that received our SOS will arrive within 1 week. We must guard the entrance until then, and ensure the safety of the survivors of Chetley. We voted on this. The decision was unanimous, including Misery. Much obliged. Dead silence. She sounded like she was talking about weather. A vote on a battlefield? There are only two choices you get to vote for, life or death. Venus seems lost in thought. What decision would I make? What decision would Mother make? Then, if you choose to gamble, I have an even bolder plan. Care to hear it? I don't support Vina because she's the heir to the throne. She's brave, competitive, hates losing. Some would call her reckless. But I count on her to get us there, to find a way out of hell. I have to believe in her. I have to believe to get out of this hell. I can't even bring myself to think about what happened that day. Focus, Delphine, focus. The Overwatch mission has ended. Time to meet up with them. Pictures of great accent of this arc for an Aussie. Bro, people still get... Fucking... VXV was streaming the other day. And like, sometimes I go have a bit of banter and stuff, right? And fucking... He said something... And then said like, you know... We you Aussies and that anyway. And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm not Australian. So many people still think I'm an Aussie. Those streams are a great opportunity to reread the Victorian arc. Thank you, Pix. No worries, no worries. It's almost dawn. How go the preparations? The windows and doors are being reinforced. Misery's been cleaning up enemy sentries. I'll continue to keep a watch on the outskirts. I'll get in touch if there are any changes at the camp. Thank you, Misery. We were supposed to meet up at Brentwood when we split up at Londinium. Why are you here at Chetley? Misery noticed something unusual when we passed by. We got here in time to see a massacre, and we couldn't just walk away. Are you sure you want me to be in charge? You're a professional soldier, Horn, and Delphine had elite military training. I know what you guys did at the Mausoleum of Kings. You brought back that sword for us. You know you're a Kiwi deep down. You're not Australian, you're clearly African. Actually, people have thought of South African. I've had South African, Irish. Aussie's the main one, though. That seems to be the main one. He's Australian. Just a piece of metal. Piece of metal? It's Victoria's realm blade. Stop thinking about the size of kings. This might disappoint you, but it won't bring any miracles. We're the only ones we can count on. And it's enough. You're right. You've proven as much. We don't have the personnel, conditional resources to implement complex tactics. What we need for the coming fight is courage and determination. In the face of disaster, the human spirit is much more important than any legend or artifact. Tell you how to win the war? Get some fucking tea on the go. Trust me. Get some tea on the go. Take over the entirety of Terra then, you know? No worries. Be done. In the face of disaster, the human spirit is much more important than any legend or artifact. Prove it, Siege. Alright. Good cup of tea. Yeah? Most of us are not professional soldiers. We'll just tell them to take the high ground and shoot any enemy that approaches. The few of us here will form a response team to take out any Sark as it gets past. Horn Squad will continue to defend the bridgehead position. Create a fire zone. Oh, yeah. Reldon, am you going to be, you going to be playing... Are you going to be checking out Mongol Stardive and NTE? Out of curiosity. I was wondering... Because I was asking people that the other day. I don't think you was there, and I was curious if you're going to be, you're going to be checking them out. There's a lot of people saying that, nah, they're not interested in Mongol Stardive, but they're probably going to give NTE a go. But, yeah, they are... Majority of people in stream was like, yeah, nah, I'm skipping Mongol. Old Pixin, he's Mr. Worldwide. TL works as a medicine for the infected, I'm sure. Hey, I bet they ain't tried that. I bet they ain't tried it. Yeah? That will continue to fend off the Sarkas trying to get across the bridge. As per the original plan. You're going to try them. This building is the first line of defense. We'll be in the thick of things. All we need to do is defend one building. How hard can it be? The defense of Kaimas River. Hey, that's what I was going to say. It would make a great movie. A bridge too far. Quiet, Hannah. Patrol approaching. 1 o'clock. 100 meters out. At the ready. Shall we fire siege? I'll try them. Mongol skip NTE play. I'm not sold, but maybe it surprises me. Yeah, I'm like kind of... I actually quite like Mongol when I played with you. I need to experience the game because I had a very vertical slice. I don't know if NTE is going to be able to pull it off for me in terms of like quality of combat and driving and the exploration and stuff, but I'm just hoping he's got enough. I am a little bit excited to try NTE actually. Venus' hands were trembling. Excitement? Fear? Or both? I do not know. My hands are cold. Almost frozen. 7 days. Will the Duke's troops really come? What if we fail? What if more Sarkas notice? Keep going over the possibilities in my head. Now open fire. Hey, triple kill. Oh shit. Sirens start blaring in the Sarkas camp the moment the patrols goes down. There is no time to think. The defense has begun. Going off, lads. It's going off, lads. My brothers will tear you apart. Standing on my corpse. Sarcasm profanity. I prefer to be the one doing the tearing, if that's alright with you. Is she actually a good unit? Timing is rough though. Yeah, agree. Because like what? We've got... Is the 1.2 drop the day after? Mongol Star Dive drops. Unlike EOS Field though, listen. Sarkas. Once again, I think back to what happened that day. No, I can't. She's meh. It's almost 90 seconds, Delphine. Ready to pull back? Roger. Bentley's down. I'll fill the gap in the minefield. Mines are too precious to just leave out there. We have fire support from the 3rd floor. The underground passage that connects the City Hall's basement to the bridge has been cleared. Now the wounded have some space. You took a nick, Morgan. Are you okay? Not good enough to hold a knife, but I can coordinate things in the back. What about your side, Hannah? You're asking the expert of destruction. I could smash a hole in the ceilings without any extra equipment, and we have wooden ladders set up so that we can move quickly between the floors. Good. We can't have another situation like yesterday, when we couldn't get to Dagda in time. I filled the gap in the minefield. Bentley's still breathing, so I'm taking him into the basement for treatment. Is Dagda awake? Awake? But she can't be moved yet. She's been trying too hard. I'll do my best to care for her. Is there any news from the Sarkas camp? Maybe planning something else after the assault on the building failed. Okay, so I'm assuming this is like we're a couple of days into the siege here, yeah? Nah, Misty Castle is just super niche. Saw a video with some gameplay of an NTE. Good lore-wise, met as an operator in the game. Silver Ash Ultra on the 14th, Mongol on the 15th, 1.2 on the 16th. Yeah. You have to play Monopoly for the gacha. Yes, the gacha's mad, innit? The good thing is, though, there's no 50-50s, right? But it's the same in Mongol, right? Mongol's got no 50-50s on the weapons or the characters. With that being netmark, with them being gacha games in general, it's like, what's the catch then? Like, it seems like in NTE, dupes don't seem crazy, but are they going to be insane in Mongol? Are we going to get like hardly any pulls? His character power creep just going to be ridiculous. So even though there's no 50-50s, you're still kind of in that same situation. If you're just kind of always behind, I don't know. You know what I mean? That board thing is such a gimmick. Exactly right. That's the thing with me. Is like, will that become a frustrating part of the gacha? Because it feels like it looks cool, right? But it's like when it comes down to just doing pulls, is that going to become an annoyance when you're just trying to pull a character? You know what I mean? Isn't the rate like 0.5%? What on Mongol? I think it's either 0.5 or 0.6. I think it's the same as Genshin, if I'm correct. I think it's the same as Genshin. I think soft pity kicks in on the characters at 76 and 60 something on the weapons. I think it's like 90 to guarantee on the characters and 80 on the weapons, I think. Is there any news from the Sarkas camp? They might be planning something else after the assault on the building failed. Can you find any more mines to expand the minefield? I'm afraid not. Our Sarkas friends mercenary band isn't so easy to find. We'll have to count on my witchcraft. Something's disrupting the signal. It's run. Who's that? I hear a long howl in the distance. A strong sense of unease suddenly comes over me. The air has become filled with malice. Who that? Delphine? You're finally up. My head hurts. You didn't pull out in time while rescuing the wounded yesterday. And got caught by the blast of them test firing that the war altar. Oh, okay. Yesterday. War altar? Where's Ben? Looks like we've both missed a lot. My back still hurts. Morgan sucks at stitching. Oh, Ben's alive. Who brought me back? Hannah. She saw that you were still outside and jumped out from the 3rd floor to drag you back in. She just woke up herself. She's gonna have to support Vina. I like they're showing, like, you know, they're getting battered in this situation, right? Everybody's taking a bit of a beating. Well, big thanks for entertaining me for my 3-hour train journey, but I've almost arrived, so goodbye for now. Nobody's vast. Catch you later. Appreciate you stopping by. These are wounded. I walk through the underground passage now filled with the wounded personnel. Dozens of eyes turn towards me. Many of them still have dry blood upon them. It's pretty bad. We need to hurry. The mines are pulling their weight. 2 of the war altars have had their undercarriage disabled, and the rest have stopped. They've stopped their advance. We can bombard the position you marked at any time. Careful. The war altars are still charging. I haven't abandoned the assault yet. Alright, listen up, you Burks. The next round of bombardment is about to begin. Anyone still on the 1st, 2nd floors? Get your asses up to the 3rd floor. That thing can only shoot so high. I believe that switchcraft core is powered by its operator. The altar itself is acting only as a medium. So it'll blow itself up if its witchcraft core is destroyed when fully charged. In theory, I've never seen it in action personally. I can't guarantee it's good enough. I'll go up to the roof and look for an opportunity. The only way to approach the core is from above. Can you distract the operator for a little while the altar is activated? Every second helps. Will do. Vina. I stand at the staircase to the 2nd floor, dumbfounded. It takes me some time to realise that the pile of rubble without the left side of the wall is a city hall that we've been defending for the better part of a week. Carnage on the plaza is in plain view, without the need for windows or portholes. Amidst the ruins. So, listen, this is what I'm saying, like, right, imagine a box price linear game, action cover shooter type thing, right? You're just a grunt, you know? It's the story of a grunt in this conflict. You've been through a winding thing, and there's a real pivotal part of the game, is you end up in Horn Squad defending this town, and you're here now. It's a big fucking pivotal cinematic fight where you're holding down this building. Like, it'd be fucking cool, I think, right? You know, you don't have to follow the story of these characters. You know, they just be connected on your story. An entire game as Kevin. Yeah, like something like that, man. It'd be fucking dope, I think. Just reading, it looks like the live stream a couple of days ago announced they're bumping the event banner rate to 1% in Monk. Oh, are they? Okay. That feels like a move when you aren't confident attracting an audience. That is a big change, is it right? If it has gone from 0.5 or 0.6, it's either double or almost double, right? I didn't know that. Yeah, like, as someone who's played it, I do like it, right, but I am a bit curious to see how it's going to do. And my worry is how it's going to be handled post-launch. I've got a feeling it's going to get butchered post-launch. I'm a little bit worried for it in that sense. I'm going to give it a go. Be a game I'll just stick free to play, right, until it becomes unfun. Because it's got a bit more of an old school RPG to it in a sense, because it's a lot like more linear. Feels a lot more like a JRPG, a traditional JRPG, which some of the cutscenes I enjoyed before, they were actually good, well done, like, so they can give me an enjoyable story. I can just appreciate it like that. But hey, you know, it might be good. We'll see. That is yeah. I know it's a low rate, but when you've got a guarantee and stuff, it's like, yeah, be interesting, man. Something like Spec Ops: The Line, but in Arknights, yeah, something like that, man. Like, you know, a third-person cover shooter, a bit fucking dope, I think. Just imagine, like, you're in the fight and you're doing your little thing and you're seeing these operators jumping out to fuck shit up and doing their insane stuff. Like, it'd be cool, man. The carnage on the plaza is in plain view, without the need for windows or portholes. Amidst the ruins, the red crystals on the wall to shine an eerie red in the rays of dawn, the metal skeleton reflecting an ominous light. It seems to whisper, gaze upon blood, gaze upon decay, gaze upon death. This is what Mother had done for so long. This is the first time I've thought of her in days. Welcome back, Delphine. Dagda. The Sarkas have deployed these weapons en masse? I don't think so. I believe it was developed by the Military Commission in Victoria. The design is still very rough around the edges. Delphine, you look reasonably well for someone who just woke up from being knocked unconscious. Morgan has been taking care of you two with one hand. Hannah. Thanks, Morgan and Hannah. Sorry about the trouble. It was a piece of cake. Alright, everybody, listen. I want rid of those altars, and for that, I need help. I need bait. Someone to stay here and keep those things firing. Sounds like a job for me. I can do it too. This is no time to be acting tough. I know better than anyone else here now how terrifying those things are. Your hand's still injured, Morgan. I'll be the one to work with Hannah. I need someone else on standby to take over the attack. If I don't succeed, misery can only buy so much time for us. I'll do it. What about me, Vina? Morgan, keep an eye on everyone. Let me play Liscom like that. She's one of my favourite Miltac ops. Held off as Super Arknights. When you die, you explode and can take out your buddies. I just really hope that... My only fear is... Because in that interview, it seemed like they was resigned to accept that... X-Asterisk, is it called? That asterisk, X-Asterisk, you know, the mobile one and done. The wording seemed like that failed, and we're still trying to figure out other stuff. But my hope is that maybe they look and think, okay, maybe a mobile purchase game didn't work. Because it is, I think it is a hard thing to do on mobile, isn't it? Sell a game with a box price up front, you know? I think they could do a lot better if they'd have targeted the console PC audience with something like that. It'd just have to be a lot more of a traditional feeling game, wouldn't it? So it'd require a bit of a bigger budget. Because like, I've never really looked into that, to be fair. Like, how well, I would imagine it's a lot less, but how well in comparison did it do, you know, pre-purchase games, upfront cost, should I say, do in comparison for your free-to-play live service? I would imagine, like, they're tiny in comparison, right? But what we're talking about, just talking about, like, ideas for, like, the expanding Arknights universe that might apparently be happening. Venus' plan is a simple one. Wait for the altars to fire, smash the core, cause a chain reaction. I feel like every new gadget not targeting main console and PC as the main line are making huge mistakes. I think it depends. I think if you're creating a game like Chaos Zero Nightmare, I think it helps to be on them. But they're games that are going to flourish on mobile as well. But it can't hurt to, you know. But I think, yeah, if you're crafting something like an Enfield or a Wua, yeah, man, it seems like madness now not to really make them a major focal point, right? Venus' plan is a simple one. Wait for the altars to fire, smash the core, cause a chain reaction. All we need is an opportunity, and the opportunity has come. They've taken aim. The malice is sickening. They could fire at any time. Not exactly a great feeling to be in that thing's crosshairs. Misery, whenever you're ready, do it. Red. The colour on the deck flashes back before my eyes. The demonic eye in the altar peers at me. It is averted by a silver arc. The dagger rips open the necks of a file of Sarka's artillerymen, leaping back joyfully into Misery's hands. Their hands slow for a moment as they reach for the core, continuing their movements from before they died under the pile of inertia. The pull of inertia, sorry. That's kind of sick. A very anime death, right? A hammer falls from the sky, impacting lightly with the red wave. Like, just imagine you're the grunt now shooting and you're seeing this happening, right? I just think it'd be fucking cinematic as fuck. There's still a huge mobile audience in Asia. Asia and mobile is the largest growth sector in gaming by a lot and has been for the past 5 years. Yeah, definitely. Like, I said this when I made my video. They can't abandon mobile, and it's going to be there for a foreseeable future. But I think, like, especially in like places like Japan, I think they're starting to see massive growth in terms of usage on some of these games on PC and console, aren't they? And that's still probably dwarfed in certain games in terms of usage. But in terms of monetary, at least for something like Enfield, like, you know, we're looking at like, what, 60-70% of it's coming from, or at least it did. We'll have to see the data over the first year, won't we, to see if it settles and mobile still becomes a, you know, we'll say that 30 to 40% of your revenue is still a major factor, isn't it? It's nothing you can ignore anyway. Bang. Well, it's fun to hopium. Vina is not back into the building like a comet. No, Vina. Actually, I don't even if was it the revenue now or was it the usage? It might have been the usage, actually, Auntie. It might have been the usage. I might be misquoting them there. It might not have actually been revenue. It might have been the actual player base. So yeah, take that with a pinch of salt. Half a second. Oh, for sure, yeah, Relden, yeah. The Ultra activated faster than anyone expected. Hammer embeds itself in the broken wall. I can't see anything in the dust and smoke. Watch out. They've replaced the artillerymen and preparing to fire again. Hammer's gone by the time I wipe the gravel from my eyes. Figure climbs the outer wall swiftly, the hammer pulling her up like a pickaxe, the building trembling under every blow. Oh, she freaking pulling herself up like. Dacta grabs a hand that stretches out from within the light. Brick and stone crack and break under Vina's heels. She leaps into the sky. The red wave has begun to build. Everyone, take cover. Get down, Morgan. I look up in the storm. She walks upon the rays of dawn, her golden hair burning. She raises her hammer high and it becomes one with the sun. The wave is torn apart, rampant power streaking towards the core. That's kind of a sick image, isn't it, to paint? Dope. I lose my voice. All that remains is the light that stabs at my eyes. Vina. The altars are still exploding. Look out. She's fainted. Damn, the metal shard's gone into her chest. Someone help me out. Bring her back. Don't let her reginum dust into the wounds. Sarkas are retreating. Anna, look. Over there. Battleships. Reinforcements? Really? That's the standard of Duke Gododin. It's over. It's over. We bloody made it, we did. Ben. Look, we're saved. Ben? Damnable devils are trying to run after them. I should add another entry to the Scouts journal. We survived. In memory of 7 fallen heroes. Abigail of Norport, civilian. Alexandra of Chetley, civilian. Henderson of Archerig, soldier. Bentley of Linkardine, soldier. Unidentified body. Unidentified. Holy shit, that was cinematic as fuck, that was, man. That was really well written. What's this? Attacks deal arts damage and restore HP. Turns into blood amber when defeated. What the fucking fuck? Oh shit. Oh fuck. Okay. Oh no. What's the blood amber? Well, this is a problem. This is tight, isn't it? Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. If this was the vibe.
交渉は恋に抱いてない。
No one knows right behind you.
隠せないねえ真の像から湧き上がる
It's kind of fucked up my,
Get what you deserve I mean what you
境を立てる印。終焉の別れ。
It's coming out this way, yeah.
最危险的战场在哪里我会顶上去
Wouldn't be better off if fucking Ines over here, man.
肉から吸い上げる I try and keep my eyes open
She's got some of my favourite lines in the game. I love them. The delivery, the lines, everything. That is brilliant.
術あれどどうなきは愚の骨頂
They only remember you stepped into my domain.
バンカが聞こえる。
墓碑上要刻的姓名
I'm really needing it in a different position, man. I'm gonna lose, we're about to lose Ascalon, man.
冷静になりたいなら新皮と肉から吸い No sooner a low heat Patience is not 誰かに気づく前にあなたたちと影に沈む
Feel like Enteleki is gonna need some support. Alright, cool. We're good, we're good, we're good. We're good. No one can be told what a battlefield is. You have to see it for yourself. Is it back at Norport? Yeah. My friends and I spent a lot of time in Norport's video shop watching old movies. Many of them war movies. There were stories of heroes, but also stories of terror depicted by directors with a sadistic streak. I remembered that 4 of us all had nightmares that night. Even now, I seem to be drifting in a dream. We took on a few soldiers who were still breathing when we passed through that valley. Oh, and the survivors have caught up to our column. They're all infected, as they should be, after spending a night in a corpse-filled crater. You did disinfect properly, didn't you? You could have got an active Iridium dust on you. Where are we, Hannah? See, like I said, it's almost like we're building a zombie army. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like every time non-infected soldiers are coming into contact with the Sarkaz, a good portion of them are dying and becoming infected, right? So then we gain a little bit more because obviously they want to still fight for Victoria. They're still soldiers. We're there with open arms. You know what I mean? Where the rest of the military's like, fuck off. You know, Trilby was right. You know, we can build support and actually potentially be a power to. The only problem is we ain't got fucking battleships and stuff, have we? Where are we, Hannah? I'm a little. Don't worry. I have experience with large-scale active Iridium zombs from my time in County Hillock. We undertook the cleanup according to SOP. The soldiers were conscripts under the Duke of Ashworth. They said that their company simply pulled out after the battle, without rescuing the wounded or cleaning up the battlefield. Horn, is Hannah angry at me because I acted on my own? Why is she ignoring me? He said he had a friend who had been crying for help by a shallow puddle all night. Couldn't turn himself over because his legs were injured. He had drowned by the time we found him. Damn. The puddle was ankle deep. He would have survived if someone had just flipped him over. That's fucked up. I examined the area. Looks like they marched into a royal court trap. Some Sarkaz mercenaries must have sacrificed themselves by acting as bait. There's something on my chest. Can't breathe. Morgan? Morgan? I feel something hot roiling in my chest. But how could they have gone down with her to fight? It's not surprising. Other than the strongest dukes, professional soldiers make up only a quarter of the armies of the other ducal armies at best. Most Victorian soldiers are conscripted, sent into battle after only a few months of basic training on how to use a crossbow or arch unit. Frankly, if not for this war, the officers and the soldiers may never have spoken to each other their entire lives. That's one thing that's like obviously a massive separation from Britain. Obviously, I know not everything has to be the same, but that's one thing. Obviously, especially the colonial armies was known for. Right, we had incredibly like professional armies, right? Because professional armies are typically better than conscripts, aren't they? Sarkaz are so scary, man. They're not only biologically OP in multiple ways, so many of them give zero fucks about erypathy or other terrans, so they just ruthlessly mess you up, yeah? Plus a lot of the Sarkaz accept death as a part of the Sarkaz life, so they fight to the death instead of fleeing most of the time, even when losing. Yeah. It's why what Trilby said was a really good point, you know? Really could benefit us, couldn't it? Vina wouldn't like to hear it. I hate this. How could you trust your back to someone whom you don't trust? Why does nobody hear me? I feel the taste of iron in my mouth, something boiling, rushing up my throat. Mother never answered my question, she said. I would find the answer someday. Vina. Take it easy, Morgan. My neck. I can't breathe. Sorry, got excited. Had been unconscious for 2 days. You were running a fever, at least the wound on your chest was healing well. Otherwise, we would have been even more worried. Where are we? We aren't in Chetley anymore, are we? They're silent. What happened? Honestly, I thought there was ships coming in. Maybe I should explain. We pulled out 2 days ago. We're back to our original encampment. At Horn's advice, we pulled out as quickly as possible before the Duke of Godalming's fleet entered Chetley, avoiding direct contact with the reinforcements. Horn? We have a lot of complicated circumstances. It's going to cause a lot of complications if we establish official communications with the Duke's troops. I've talked about this with Misery and the others to support what we're doing. But we still have troops formally under the command of Duke Windermere. Their military ID has expired, and there's a high risk of friendly fire. Well, not so much expired as no longer recognised. No need to mince words about the nobles' dirty deeds. It's the same deal as gangs fighting for territory. Indra's right. Since when did the war become like this? We could give help to where we can see. What about the places beyond? What's the situation? Some have chosen to join Duke Godalming's forces and continue the fight. Godalming's officers didn't even say anything about the infected. The majority have chosen to stay with us, however. They trust us? Or should I say, they trust you? We won. Morale is really high right now. Not even joking about the old conflicts now. We did it. Your plan worked. We made it. It's very possible that no one will ever know the sacrifices we made. It's just one small victory in a greater war. I look at Delphine's tired face. A great burden has weighed upon her heart ever since she was left behind by the battleships. She's proven herself though, isn't she? Because like even Vina thought, yo, she ain't ready. I think Delphine's kind of proven herself that like, you know, I think she's worthy of being in air, right? Warrior culture ramped up to 1 million. They're like Klingons with powers. But now, I see a rare smile on her face. We saved Chetley, Vina. Yes, we did. My brain tells me that I should be relieved or happy. I can't do it. I'm afraid to know how many stayed behind in that building, never to leave it. Everything that happened there seems like a dream. Is this what victory feels like? It's so weighty. But things have gotten so bad if everyone was fully committed to fighting for Victoria from the very beginning. No, they all firmly believe that they are fighting for Victoria. It's the other way around. Things have already spiraled out of control, therefore we're fighting for ourselves now. Siege, one of the survivors from Chetley has brought us a surprise. His family collected Gaulish artifacts, and his father once picked up a little Victorian object from Lingon's former route. It wasn't anything valuable, so it has been sitting in a warehouse for a long time. He gave it to us before we left as a gift of gratitude, and all recognised it immediately. Here. This is an IFF beacon used in IFVs. It emits a signal that allows Victorian armies to identify the bearer's affiliation. It contains a military identification code. Yes, this black box belonged to the Victorian army. I'm familiar with the symbol on it. But I thought that the unit that it once belonged to no longer exists. Lost in the ruins of Gaul. The Exemplars. Ooh. A unit of legend. Predecessor to the Tempest platoon. This took a long journey back to Victoria. Back to us. Ooh, do we become them now? Do we become the Exemplars? Is that us now? You know, that's a cool name as well for us, specifically what we're doing. The Exemplars. The present Dukes may not recognise this ancient unit. At best, it might prevent direct artillery strikes. The more important thing is, the mission of the unit was inscribed inside the box. Is that potentially what they was after? The Exemplars. We make miracles. Huh. Consider it a gift from fate. What's this? The beacon that Lieutenant Shearer left us has picked up a signal. Shearer. Lady Delphine, there has been a change of circumstances at Ironclad Gallivey. We're approaching your position now, ETA in 1 hour. Be prepared for unhappy news, and a guest who insists on seeing you. What the fuck? Your wounds. What a shoddy work of first aid. It may look like the wounds have closed, but the inflammation wasn't effectively treated, which explains the fever. With serious wounds like these, it's important that they're treated by a doctor and all vital signs are monitored, reducing the chance of lingering after effects. You're fortunate that it was a piece of metal, not Originium crystal. When you're dealing with Sarkov witchcraft devices, even the slightest touch can be infectious. Even if it wasn't directly caused by Originium, there was a high risk of infection given the circumstances. It's incredible that your blood Originium levels still remain at normal levels. You really should thank your lucky stars. Well, it was a chaotic situation, Lieutenant. At least I'm alive. It pays to have a strong constitution. Fine, Lady Delphine has explained what happened. It was a battle worthy of study in the war colleges. Given the difference in strength between the two sides, most of the people on your side weren't even regulars. Oh? Should I be sad that no one will remember what we did? You're wrong on that, Siege. I'll remember. The soldiers outside will remember. The survivors of Chetley will remember. Most legends are not born from official records. I didn't know you were the type to say things like that. Well, I've wrapped your wounds again. Don't try to blow me off with excuses like strong constitution, because I'm going to be keeping a close eye on your condition. I'm the doctor in this room. I'll be checking on your friends too, and the injured soldiers and civilians. Thanks, Lieutenant. Also, I suggest you check on that guest. I'm not sure if Lady Delphine is ready to handle her on her own. I sincerely apologise for my behaviour before, and my misplaced assessment about you. There is one thing on which I won't budge, however. You're too impulsive and emotional. You shouldn't be trying to solve every problem on your own. Turn around once in a while, and you'll find plenty of people ready to help. She's a massive support, isn't she? It's her. Phew. Take it easy, Aunt Manning. Or is this just a different person? The Sarkas were everywhere on my way here. I thought I was going to die. Thank goodness that Lieutenant Shearer was tracking Ironclad Gallivey, which was how he got there in the time to save my life. He's a decent man, but lacks flexibility. Those men would never allow him to board the ship. You said you escaped Ironclad Gallivey? What's happening there? It makes me angry just thinking about it. Those damned officers charged into the central hub of the fortress and pointed their swords at me. Marquis von Tem must be behind this. I found an opportunity to change the inconspicuous into inconspicuous. Totally inconspicuous. And escape. Fortress elevator almost ripped my dress. Says like you really were lucky. I thought I was just coming along with your mother to see how things were going on the front lines and to take you home. What's the worst that could happen? Safe inside a nomadic fortress? Who would have thought? Old Dukes of Windermere would be proud of mother. You're right. But you're the Duke of Windermere now, Delphine. Auntie, you're hurting me. What's that look on your face? The general staff were eager to go back because they believed the Duke's death was caused by a Lithanian plot. You want to laugh, don't you? They have evidence. Lithania may not be in the league with the Sarkas, but they undoubtedly caused the situation. Okay. What? Lithanian? The staff are cautious about accusing Lithanian nobles directly. They have set their sights on the rebellions going on in provinces. No one wants to come all this way to fight the Sarkas, only to return and find the Demense they have defended for centuries has fallen under Lithanian control. You're her daughter, Delphine. Your duty will come soon. Now, let me rest. Then we'll leave this place. Leave? To where? You should not be with the peasants. These peasants, sorry. Watch your words. Don't call them peasants. Alright, Delphine, listen. If you really care about them, really think they're heroes, part of Victoria, think of how many people like them are in your mother's demesne. If you really want to protect these people, take my advice and seek aid from the Duke of Casta to return to your demesne and take charge. Perhaps you will have to become a Casta vassal, but you'll be able to fulfill your duty. What are you balking at? Did you fall in love with them just because they fought alongside you? You stop loving your own subjects. Accept it, Delphine. You and your mother have suffered enough. Accept Duke Casta's proposal, and at least Windermere will be spared from devastation. She basically wants us to become a vassal of him then, yeah? It's about fuck off. Why do you hesitate? Do you really want to be a vagabond forever? Leaving your family, your bloodline, and your duty behind? I understand. I'm mother's daughter. You're right. I have a responsibility. Not just to my friends, but to the subjects of Windermere as well. But why did the sword guards leave them behind when I still have had such a duty? Pronounced domain. If this was a duty glorious beyond all doubt, why do you come to me in such condition? You're right. If Windermere has fallen under the cloud of conspiracy, and I feel both the obligation and desire to do something about it. But we're with you, Delphine. Say what you want to say. Sorry I couldn't hold back anymore. Do you know what we just went through, madam? And you are? I'm not going with you. You have a duty. I'm my mother's daughter. Comrade to these warriors and nothing else. Even if I once was, I don't believe it anymore. I stood here for them, so that their lives would no longer be the playthings of people like you. I'm not going anywhere until I've bled my last. Leave. I hope the Sarkas don't take you. Viking's face is a spectacle of colour, but Delphine gives her no further chance to speak. She leaves with her head bowed in the direction of Lieutenant Shearer. Delphine's expression is calmer than I thought it would be. What she said was what she went through. It made me think of an old friend. Delphine did not make the same mistake. Tragedy will not strike again. But what was the price? The death of a loved one? A swift betrayal? Apparently, I was rather concerned how Delphine would react to these things. Delphine smiles at me. It seems she has settled down. I'm fine. Let's go. Told you, man. She ready? She ready? I still think she's fine as fuck. The same thing cannot happen again. Insane thighs. Insane. Head west once you leave the camp. If you're lucky enough, you should be able to reach the kind Duke of Casta. Do you think you can survive without the Duke's protection? We can. And we will. Alright. I'm going to Duke Casta. I'll take a leisurely pace. This is your last chance. Come with me and we'll all live. I won't stop you. The work of Delphine and her mother? No, I'm not the one who's wrong. You're naive, stupid, foolishly believing that you're right. So be it. You won't fuck off, bitch. I see her off on a vehicle not meant for rough terrain, leaving under the cover of darkness with a small escort. I turn around to look at our group. Hundreds, thousands of eyes converge upon a single spot. Some are soldiers laughing with each other, other civilians celebrating. Camp falls silent. They're waiting for an answer. Mine. You heard her. It was undoubtedly an attractive proposal for many. We survived the worst of times together, Vina. But what now? What happens when the morale and spirit that burns so brightly now is worn away by hardship and suffering? Who will tell them where to go? Do not answer. Not yet. He's here. A creature with golden mane walks amongst the crowd. He looks at me. I wanted to see the answer in his eyes, hear a word of advice in these fleeting moments. But he gives no answers. All he does is look at me, waiting for me to find the answer. Am I an air stand up on the back of my neck? Yes, perhaps he's not even there. Lend me your ears. If any among you still have faith in the proud dukes that are the faces of our Victoria, you should go with that woman now. No one would fault your decision. The crowd rustles, but no one leaves. None among you? Is it not our instinct to seek protection from the powerful? It's nothing to be ashamed of. I would very much like to. Oh, how I wish that this sorry sword I carry had the power to protect my friends, such that none among them would die. She would very much like to. How many times has she cried when no one was watching, wishing that someone could have saved her mother's life? She would very much like to. Don't look away. I know you would. The Sarkaz wouldn't have butchered your brother so badly you couldn't even identify his corpse if the troops that were supposed to escort you didn't flee. But none among you have left. You know that those nobles don't care about you in the slightest. But do you really need to seek the strength and protection of another? It's always been like that for us. We keep worshipping people and things that never really gave us anything. Become their willing slaves. Massacre, infection, besiegement. We survived all that on our own strength. We all want to go home. We all want this rotten war to end. But we can't win by hiding. The fastest way is to give those warmongering bastards hiding in London, the old Londinium, the old 1-2 in the face. If the Dukes won't do it, we will. If no one will take us home, we'll walk home ourselves. We'll walk home ourselves. A gift fell into the laps. A unit ID the Dukes left behind in Gaul. It was called the Exemplars. They were elites. The will of the nation, with a long list of accolades. Now, they are nothing more than this little box in my hands. It has no special powers, but we can take it back to Londinium. Punch those warmongering bastards in the face, throw this in the faces of the Dukes, and tell them, this bloody land is our land. This is England! I want to go home, to the gym where my friends were. I want to go home to the lives I once had. We cannot rely on others anymore. We cannot expect justice to be served on its own. I smash my hammer into the earth with all the strength I can muster. I do not know why I did it. All I know is that I can no longer hold back my anger. That's sick. Yo, this, you know what? I think chapter 8's still like insane. I'm fucking loving this chapter, man. I'm a bit biased, right? Because I'm British. But this is some good ass shit, man. It's some good ass shit. The hammer silences all of the sounds. The Exemplars. It's the Glasgow gang that first breaks the silence. The Exemplars. Then they're joined by Delphine. The Exemplars. The Exemplars! Until everyone joins in. The Exemplars. The Exemplars. The Exemplars. Say, I had a strange dream. I dreamed that a golden beast was taking a walk through our camp. Good omen, perhaps. Let's hope it all goes smoothly. Yo, what's up, Dr. PP? Wondered the Self-Salvation Corps arrived at Brentwood before us. We'll have even more hands once we join up with them. Who would have thought a few days ago that we would have our own army? Kind of like the name the Exemplars. Are you sure about this, Alvina? Are we bringing all of them back to Londinium? Very few of them are ready to fight the Royal Court head-on. Perhaps there will be more sacrifices along the way. More British people. Peek. I'll protect them. Or maybe there will come a day when they don't need anyone's protection anymore. What? Yo, I'm telling you, man. This has been fire. This is up there now. Chapter 13's up there as, like, legit one of my favourites in the game. It's fucking been sick. Genuinely fucking really good. So many cinematic, awesome moments. A lot of fucking story in each node as well, right? Feels like the word count's kind of high in this. TR24. How many nodes altogether are in Chapter 13, out of curiosity? Too many Brits in this game. Sarkaz Rolls need to do a better job in this war. Might be the Victorian bias. Maybe. I think it's really good though, man. We've had some really cool moments, cinematic fighting moments, but not only have been like good points, I think they've been well written. Like that moment, like when Vina like jumped into the air to do the slam and everything. That was fucking brilliant, that was. I mean, that was really well written. I think it was really well written. All right then. I think we'll call it there though, boys. I think we will call it. We've got a good 3 hours in of gaming. 22 total, not sure how many are combat just story. I think chapter 13 has something like 20 to 21 nodes. Yeah, it definitely feels like it's got a lot to it, this one has. And chapter 14 is going to be fucking insane then, holy shit. But yeah, man, we've 3 hours of gameplay. It's 7:30 now. I'm gonna go and have a shower and that. I've got an early morning tomorrow. Early morning. I believe so soon too. 14 to be insane. What already? Well, we've been like 3 hours already today. Like what? 2 hours 40 minutes of that. It's been gaming. Probably up for 10 minutes. Chatted for 10 minutes. Good portion that was just gaming. But yeah, tomorrow, Limbus Compnay. No evening stream. Tuesday though, I think we're gonna do AK and Limbus, and then Wednesday. So 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh shit, actually. Mongol Star Dive. And then Enfield on the 16th, yeah. Alright, okay, cool, sound. Alright, guys, appreciate ya. Thank you very much for coming through. I'm gonna go and enjoy what's left of my weekend now before back to reality tomorrow, guys, okay? Thank you very much for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, have a great day. We're gonna be playing Limbus Compnay, so come hang out if you want to. And then, yeah, man, yeah, we'll see how things go. Appreciate you though, guys. Catch you later. Get on.